our lefties are going to have to deal with right-handed hitters. And so their ball and play method is you got to play clean defense. There's going to be a big swing or two, and then obviously we know the team that gets to the other rotation tends to put the other side on its heels. So if we can get to Tanner Bybee, if we can get to Messick in Game 3, if we can get to Foster Griffin, one of their guys they acquired tomorrow, puts a lot of pressure on a bullpen that's been taxed coming into this series.
All right, AJ, thank you.
You got it.
Tigers manager AJ Hinch, stay with us. We've got more to this on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Make no mistake. If you've been injured, you want the biggest personal injury law firm in Michigan. That's the Mike Morris Law Firm. We've won over $2 billion for our clients to date. With us, you get a dedicated team focused on your case. We've got the resources, the manpower, and the expertise to maximize your win. We're a Michigan law firm, so we know the local courts and laws. Who you hire matters. Call 855-MIKE-WINS.
If high-interest credit card debt is keeping you up at night, you're not alone. Interest rates as high as 21% APR can do that to you. Rocket Mortgage can help. A home equity loan from Rocket Mortgage could cut your interest rate by more than half, so you could wipe out your high-interest credit card debt without touching your current mortgage rate. See how much you could save at rocketmortgage.com. Rocket Mortgage, LLC, licensed in 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org, number 3030. Call 800-4ROCKET for full program details.
At Oakland University, being golden is putting in the hard work. It's raising the bar and never settling for less. It's the tireless hours spent getting your hands dirty. It's searching for answers where others aren't looking, rising before the sun, and staying up long after it sets. It's in you. Be golden. Explore more at oakland.edu.
Jeff Reagular with Around the League from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios, brought to you by Big B Coffee, the official coffee of the Detroit Tigers. Since L.A. went out and acquired Tarek Skubal from the Tigers, the Dodgers have been struggling. Coming into play yesterday, L.A. was 1-7 with their new ace, who happened to be on the mound last night, making his debut at Chavez Ravine. Skubal and the Dodgers taking on a team that Tarek has faced many times before, the Royals, and man, did they make the back-to-back Cy Young winner work. Skubal only lasted 5 innings through 95 pitches, gave up 3 runs, including a home run. So L.A. did not get to see the dominant Skubal, but they did get to see a win. Bottom of the 7th inning, 5-5 game, Freddie Freeman dug in, man on.
3-2 pitch to Freddie Freeman. Ground ball, base hit right field. Ohtani rounds, Marte's throw, doesn't matter. Shohei scores. Freeman's out at second, but the Dodgers have hopped back in front, 6-5.
Dodgers win at 6-5. Skubal now with an ERA over 4 with his new team, and L.A. tries to do something tonight they have not done in weeks. Win back-to-back games. Around the League, brought to you by Bet365. Take Drew Anderson to strike out 6 or more Guardians tonight. You get very nice odds at plus 575. This has been Around the League on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Meijer is the proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers, and we're cheering them on every game to a winning season. We're looking forward to more home runs, RBIs, shutouts, and new major league records. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit, where the Tigers roar never...
And one pitch, one out. Mets have him first and third. Little pop towards short. Mason's got it. Rocket to first, and they doubled him up. Bichette wandered too far off first, and Mason Wynn guns him out.
Mason Wynn caught it, threw a bullet to first base to double up Bo Bichette.
How about that?
A 6-3 double play, doubling up the batter Young and Bo Bichette, leaving Soto at third.
I'm Jonathan Mayer.
And for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Fastball taps the plate. It'll trickle down the third baseline. The Mariners are going to let it roll. Lenny Randall gets down on his hands and knees and blows on it like a curler, and it goes foul.
I have never seen that before in baseball. If this is allowed, that will be part of the arsenal, I'm sure, of the third baseman from now on.
Make you forget Laurel and Hardy in a hurry.
It's going to go as a base hit.
.58-61 in the Central. Tom, there's some things that are happening with the Guardians Club that we haven't seen in the last few years.
You know what, Bobby? They are 7-15 from the All-Star break on, and they've earned it.
Yeah.
They have not played well in any aspect, whether it's offensively, which has been a struggle all year, hitting with men in scoring position, but where they have hurt themselves and where they have to make up a difference for maybe the lack of power they have, they've got to play clean baseball.
Sure.
They have to be smart on the bases. They have to catch the ball. And their bullpen has to be dominant. Yeah. And right now, since the break, they've walked a lot of batters. I know in visiting with Stephen Vogt doing our pregame show, he feels like they've tried to be too perfect, that they're trying to do too much. And you're not going to succeed in any facet of the game unless you go out and have fun. And, you know, remember that you're playing baseball, you're not working baseball. So, really, it's crunch time right now for this ball club. Bobby, you can talk about how closely bunched everybody is, but one bad week, and your season takes on a whole different look.
Tanner Bybee, he threw the ball well early in the year, didn't get any run support. He had coming off a 10-strikeout game in his previous outing, but he's been a Tiger killer. So, what can the Tiger fans look for from him? Maybe that they haven't seen or that's different from earlier in the season?
I just think he's had a really good year, Bobby. And my old partner, the late, great Herb Score, who was a dominant pitcher in his time, used to say it's not, you know, who you're pitching against, it's what day you pitch.
Yeah.
Tanner's picked the wrong day a lot this year because there have been 6 or 7 times where Cleveland either hasn't scored or scored a run. He's had about the lowest run support of any starter in baseball. He should have 10 or 11 wins, Bobby. He's been that good. He's been that consistent, but he just hasn't had much to work with. But to your point, he's beaten Detroit twice. Now, this is the beauty of our schedule. Cleveland's, I believe, 6-0 against the Tigers coming in. We caught Detroit when they were banged up. Yeah. You know, you were missing Tarek Skubal, but you were missing a lot of offensive parts. And, you know, the kids hadn't come along yet, Max Clark, that we're going to see for the first time. So we're now playing Detroit when they're at their best, at least from an offensive standpoint. So it's a real challenge for Tanner Bybee. And look, this ball club's put themselves in a position now with 43 games to play. This is a monumental series. You don't have many of these head-to-head matchups left anymore.
You don't, and it's good to see. And it's going to be an interesting series. First of all, Guardians, Tigers, the last few years, it's always been good. It doesn't matter what the records are. These games are tight and usually won and lost. with some mistakes or just some really extraordinary plays at any time. So looking forward to it. Night one, game one of this 3-game set with the Cleveland Guardians. Tom Hamilton, thank you so much for your time.
Hey, Bobby, always a pleasure. Thanks so much. Yeah, I think it's really fun for the AL Central. We legitimately have 4 teams that are making this very entertaining.
Yeah, and entertaining it is. Tom, thanks a lot. That was Tom Hamilton, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with more from the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Detroit Tigers Baseball. Brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Ready to help. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Fernando drives it out to deep left center field. And gone. That's a long home run. Padres on the board.
Yeah, this one, there are no doubters and then no doubters. So we take a look at this one here.
465.
Yeah, this one is heading towards Flagstaff.
How about 465? Padres still chasing 9, but that was impressive.
Why is that person holding a Keith Hernandez card in their hand during the game? Are they waiting for you?
I never cared for that particular pose right there, to be honest with you. I mean, where do you sign on that card?
Right on your best feature. Keith on one side and Hernandez on the other.
I can only sign it on the Bohunkas, though.
Oh, that's a lovely signature.
Right across the boat. Look at that. It's like a tattoo.
It's time to play ball with the call of the game from the Metro Detroit Buick GMC dealers broadcast booth at Comerica Park. Here are the voices of Tigers baseball, Dan Dickerson and Bobby Scales.
Cloudy skies, breezy, warm in downtown Detroit. Hello again, everyone. We are getting ready for one heck of a homestand. Tigers have gotten themselves right back into the thick of things in the playoff picture, and more than anything, Bobby, back into the thick of things in the Central Division picture. They are 3.5 games out of first. They're going to play Cleveland and Chicago on this homestand, and as we said earlier, playing with a ton of confidence. The new faces have really helped in the last couple of weeks.
They absolutely have. It's been a collective effort. Listen, we know who we traded at the deadline, okay? We sent all those guys away, and we hate to see them go. It is what it is. But those guys in that clubhouse got together and said, hey, listen, this is who we got. Let's roll with our club, and we're going to go get it. And they've done a great job gelling together and moving towards the common goal.
Tigers replaced, or at least the two guys who were after Mize and Skubal, Drew Anderson and Jackson Jobe. Both very promising first outings. Drew Anderson gets the start tonight. He's still building up his volume and length. Tanner Bybee on the mound for the Cleveland Guardians. We'll be talking about it during the game. The Tigers have yet to figure out.
On the mound for the Marlins, it is Yuri Perez. The 22-year-old won't turn 23 until April 15th. And last season had a 4.25 ERA. Those numbers are very deceiving because he had a really strong finish. Perez has got him 0-2. See,
That's the old good morning, good afternoon, and good night, and all on heaters. When you got it going, stay with it.
3-2 right there, called strike 3.
The four-seamer, which he'll throw probably over 50% of the time.
Nobody on, 2 out. The 2-2 pitch from Perez to Rumfield. Called strike 3. Look at the emotion from Yuri Perez in his season debut. Yuri got him with a fastball. He gets the approval of Sandy Alcantara. 7 innings for Perez.
Yeah, and it's really amazing when you say he's still just 22 years old.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
But against the Cleveland Guardians, who clearly have game planned this Tigers team very well the last 19 games.
They've done a tremendous job. It just is what it is. You can't run away from any of those numbers. There's no accidents in them. That said, I think a lot of it has to do with when you play somebody. This Guardians team is not playing well. It is what it is. This Tigers team is. Just continue being who you are. You don't have to do anything different to beat this club that's in front of you. All you have to do is continue playing clean baseball, pitch, get the timely hits, catch the baseball. You'll be in great shape.
Guardians come in at 58-61. They've lost 13 of 17. They get ready to face the 32-year-old from Reno, Nevada, Drew Anderson. First pitch of the game, fastball strike. And we are underway here at Comerica Park in downtown Detroit. So glad to have you along for the first of 3 Tigers and their Central Division rivals, the Cleveland Guardians. And yes, this has turned into quite the rivalry the last 3 years. Curveball beauty on the outside edge for a called strike. Drew Anderson just moving into the rotation. This is only his 3rd start of the year. And he was pretty happy with how things went in his first start since moving into the rotation full time. Swinging a line drive into center, jam job, but it's going to drop it for a base hit. Max Clark comes in and grabs it on one hop. Stephen Kwan has not had a typical Stephen Kwan year. He has been hot the last 20. And he starts the game off, as we often see, with a soft line drive single. Those tend to find grass. First pitch today is brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. Drew Anderson is tougher against lefties, and that's a good thing. Because this is a lineup that has nothing but lefties in it. Curveball strike on the outer edge to Chase DeLauder. This is an offense that has been bottom 3 in the American League all season long. They are 13th in run scoring, 14th by team OPS. They have added some important bats. Fly ball, right center field. This one's deep. McKinstry going back, tracking it. Reaches up, makes a fine catch out of the track in right center. Wow! Tracked down a ball that was crushed to the wall, deepest part of the ballpark. And Zach McKinstry is playing the heck out of right field. Makes another superb play.
Dan, he got off this ball like a shot. Right out of a cannon. Good route. Jumped up at the last moment to catch that ball. It took all of his frame to get to that ball. And DeLauder can't believe he ran that thing down in the biggest part of the ballpark. That would have been a problem if that ball falls. Run scores, he's likely on second, maybe even third.
With the injury to Matt Vierling and the promotion of Max Clark, Ramirez takes a pitch outside, batting from his weaker left side. Has just not been a typical year for Jose Ramirez. He was struggling at the plate, very low offensive production. Then he went on the injured list with a hamate bone that needed surgery, slicing foul out of play. And since he has come back, he has not hit a home run, and he's not hitting the ball like we know he can. And it's if he heats up, and the track record says he will, it's going to change the whole look of this Cleveland offense. The 1-1. Fastball up and away at 96.
Dan, listen, I had a great conversation with your good friend Tom Hamilton before the game. I'm still worried. I do not care.
I don't like seeing him at the plate.
I'm still worried. This dude has done a number on the Tigers over the years.
Line drive, fair ball, foul down the right field line. Ooh, man, he smoked it. There has been a little bit of hard contact these last 2 batters. against Drew Anderson. Again, he's been tougher on lefties. His first outing went 42 pitches, 3 2/3. And as he said, he was kind of happy with it. He said the biggest difference for him, Bobby, is that as a reliever, he's coming in and trying to get you to swing and miss.
Yeah.
As a starter, it's more pitching to contact. Swing and a miss. Changeup away. Ramirez strikes out until he gets to 2 strikes, and then that changeup is the real swing and miss, the real weapon for him.
That kick change has so much action on it. That one was up a little bit, but it had a tremendous amount of action away from Jose Ramirez. He thought he was on it, and he just ran out of bat.
Yeah, he looked back like, what did that ball do?
How'd I miss it?
2 outs, it brings up Nathaniel Lowe. He was with Cincy earlier this year at a big series against the Tigers. Routine fly to left here. Settles into the glove of Riley Green, moving toward the line in left. Just a pop-up. And Drew Anderson survives the first inning with some hard contact.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Trust. Experience the difference. Find a location near you at cleanexpresswash.com.
The Finnish Long Drink, Finland's best kept secret, is here. Long Drink is a sparkling citrus beverage made with real liquor. Try Long Drink today. Also available in peach and cranberry. Enjoy responsibly.
From Mission Viejo in California, Tanner Bybee, first pitch to Kevin McGonigal's popped up. Ramirez into foul territory down the third base line, makes the catch beyond third. 1 pitch and 1 out. This is what Tanner Bybee does against the Tigers. Bobby, the numbers are rather incredible. 3.20 ERA and 11 career starts, but his last 7 covering 45 innings. A 1.60 ERA. He's allowed just 27 hits in the 45 innings, and it's 6 and 7 or 8 innings every time out. First pitch to Gleyber Torres, a strike at the belt. Tigers know they have to change things up. What are some of the things you think about in trying to turn this around against Bybee?
Well, you can't chase him around the zone. He's got really a 6-pitch mix.
The strike 1. Swinging a foul out of play, and he tends to do that. That's a cutter on the black away.
He likes his cutter. He likes his cutter quite a bit. He'll throw it to both right-handed and left-handed hitters, more so to right than left. But he works his cutter inside to both right and left-handed hitters, and he's especially good with it glove side, what he did just there to Gleyber Torres.
The 0-2, low and away.
So really and truly, Dan, here's the deal. Right or left-handed, you got to pick a lane because he's unpredictable enough. He'll throw sometimes any pitch in any count. So you have to pick a side of the plate and eliminate the other side until 2 strikes. But you're going to get something in your lane, regardless of the pitch type, to hit.
1-2, swing and a miss. Change up. I'm not sure he wants it there. That's above the belt, but he got a swing and miss from Gleyber Torres.
You know, Dan, it is interesting. He will throw that change up. Now, he did not want that one that high. That's well above the belt, top of the zone. He'll throw it up because he throws a lot of both 2-seamers and 4-seamers up. A lot of the 2-seamers up to right-handers, and he'll throw that changeup off of it in spots you won't normally see pitchers throw that changeup, but he just did it there and got Gleyber to swing at it.
First pitch today brought to you by McLaren Health. First inning is brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. And today's game brought to you in part by Norfolk Lumber, the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Dylan Dingler takes first pitch curveball. Beauty, strike 1. Other teams have hit Tanner Bybee. He's been solid. He hasn't been Well, I mean, he's not been ace level like #1 starter stuff. He's got an ERA just over 4 in over 50 starts the last 2 years. But, I mean, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get a solid outing. He's going to go 6 innings most times out. He's giving up a lot of home runs, and it feels like that might be a key for the Tigers against him in this game because they don't score runs against him. The 1-1. Swinging a pop-up down the right field line. That's a long run for Lowe, and he won't be able to get there. Didn't go very high on the pop-up. 1-2 on Dylan Dingler.
Dan, it's interesting you said that because his last time out, he punched out 10 New York Mets. He also gave up 3 home runs, and that ended up being the difference in the ball game. He left, got a no decision, but they scored 4 runs on him. 3 of those were earned, but they were all 3 homers, and all of them, you go back and look at them, all of them are mislocation right in the middle of the plate. So he's going to get something to hit, and you drive it in the gap or drive it over the fence is the question.
A 7-inning start against the Tigers and an 8-inning start against the Tigers. 1-2, Dylan Dingler swings and hits a fly ball softly to right center. Kwan will take charge, make the catch, call off the Lauder, the right fielder, and head on into the Guardians dugout on the first base side. This is what we see a lot from Tanner Bybee. Routine 1, 2, 3 innings.
Right back to the mound. Good stab by Mulholland. And throw, what? He ball stuck in his glove.
The ball stuck in his glove, and that's why he ran so far to first he couldn't get it out. And then he attempted to lob it with his glove hand, and the glove went with it. And Brindley caught them both. This is a classic.
Junior Caminero will be followed by Liam Hicks and Chandler Simpson in the third.
Oh, and there it goes. Way, way, way up into the air. And Camanero's got his 3rd home run in Colorado. 3-0 Rays on a daytime moonshot.
Well, his 33rd. I'd love to know what the hang time was on that baseball. I mean, it was in the air forever.
Split, floats, junior belts.
I don't think Sagano even looked back. He knew on contact.
Famous, and our home is right here in Detroit.
Second inning is brought to you by the Michigan Lottery. Play the Michigan Lottery's Gem 7's instant game today. Injury report brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. Joe Adell also picked up at the trade deadline. First pitch slider high and tight. Bobby, I was just about to ask you, do you think, I mean, in relief out of the bullpen, Drew Anderson has been a 3-pitch pitcher.
Yeah.
Slider 1 out of every 20 pitches, not really on the scouting report. Swing and a miss, fastball away. I was just about to ask you, do you think he'll bring that in as a starter and get it to a level of, say, 10% to get it on the scouting report?
I think he might. I mean, that's if you look back historically at what he did, especially when he was overseas the last 4 years, that was a pretty fair part of his mix.
1-2, changeup misses low. Adell hitting .234.
It's not uncommon when you see guys go to the bullpen. They just want to simplify the mix and make sure that they can execute the things that they really feel like they have good control over. It's hard to keep those pitches sharp when you're not pitching as regularly.
Another sinker this time. That's a pitch that he throws even less than the changeup. So he's already thrown all 5 pitches.
You got to fill all the quotas. You got to get zeros out of all the columns. Then you can go back to what you normally do, just to make sure things are right.
Really was interesting talking to him about it. He said, "Yeah, just out of the bullpen, you want to come in, throw your nastiest pitches, get that swing and miss, because that's what you're looking for. As a starter, I was trying to get him to hit the ball, put it in play." Fouled down the third base line, still 1-2 on Adell. Miss the barrels, get soft contact,
right,
so that you can have quick innings and work deep into games.
I mean,
you think of the change in the mindset.
Yeah,
that's a big change.
It takes a guy who has the ability to adjust and go with the flow to a certain extent in your mindset. That's what makes, quite frankly, what Cater Montero did the last couple years.
Amazing.
Start, open, start, relieve, start. I mean, that's hard to do.
2-2, fastball up. Dell with a big year last year, 37 home runs. It's really been a drop in production this year. The big drop is because he was productive against righties last year. He has not been able to hit righties this year. He asks and gets time from home plate umpire Sean Barber. John Lipka's at first. James Hoy is the crew chief. He's at second. James Jean is today's third base umpire. We're scoreless in the second inning. Glad to have you along. Tigers and Guardians first to 3. 3-2. Change up down and in. You do not want to walk Joe Adell with his struggles against righties, and he draws a leadoff walk here in the second. Got ahead 0-2.
He wanted that. Drew Anderson wanted that ball down and over the plate. You throw that ball down over the plate, Joe Adell probably swings at it, probably swings and misses it. Worst case, hits a two-hopper to McGonigal. Just started in and kept going.
Curveball. He'll use that a lot to steal strike one. To Travis Bazzana. This is the Aussie who came overseas to this country, played at that fine program at Oregon State. He was the 1-1 pick in 2024 for the Guardians, and he's been solid in his rookie season. Didn't have much time in the minor leagues. You've seen him at second base. He's been good there. Comes into this game hitting .241, a little bit of extra base, occasional home run power. Changeup outside. That's the pitch we're looking for to be more consistent. As we talked about in the bullpen, it was his best swing and miss pitch. It was also the pitch that got hit the hardest because it was wildly inconsistent in terms of location. The 1-1. Ground ball right side and through the hole into right field. Stopping at second is Joe Adell. I think he could have gone over to third. Bazzana with a single. Let's pause right now for station identification. This is the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Bazzana didn't hit it hard, but he squeezed it in between Torkelson and Torres. That brings up Angel Martinez. He's going to bunt, and he bunts it. Fouled on the first base line. He was running down the first base line. That ball was bouncing along the first base line. He almost got hit by that ball in fair territory.
He gets hit in fair with that thing. He's out.
He's out.
But you see how much they're struggling. I mean, it's the second inning, and they're trying to bunt runners from first and second to second and third. I mean, that tells you what's going on with that offense.
In this stretch, they've lost 13 of 17. They've been averaging barely 3.5 runs a game, being outscored 5.5 almost, 5.5 to 3.5 per game. Strike on the inside corner, curveball up and in, got the high strike call. Baez at short, right up the middle. You were saying earlier, with the addition of Max Clark, A.J. Hinch now has guys where he wants them defensively. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. There's the good changeup. And the reason to feel like that pitch, Bobby, is going to be better, I mean, he's back into a routine.
Yeah.
He's back into his starter's routine. And he can work on that pitch and keep it sharp. I don't think you can overstate how important that pitch is for him.
Yeah, the changeup is a total field pitch, especially the one he throws, that kick change, where that middle finger is spiked against the baseball. It's got to feel right. And a lot of times out of the bullpen, if it doesn't feel quite right, there's no time to work it in or work on it. You got to figure out something right now.
First pitch slider up and away to Patrick Bailey. So again, he's thrown the first pitch slider to two batters this inning, one for a strike to Adell. One of four switch hitters in the lineup. I do believe it's a club rule that every roster must have at least four switch hitters on it every single year. Bailey takes a curveball strike. I can't remember. I mean, the names have changed, Bobby. I can't remember the last time they didn't have at least 3 or 4 switch hitters.
Well, switch hitting is becoming more and more infrequent in the game.
Change up low and away. So they just corner the market on whoever's out there.
Listen, for them to have had as many come through their system and be switch hitters and end up in the big leagues, they have 5 switch hitters on their roster right now. The Tigers haven't had 5 switch hitters in the last 5 years.
The 2-1. Check swing. Did he go? James Jean on the appeal says he did not. Patrick Bailey's been better offensively with Cleveland, but that's not saying a lot. He was really struggling with San Francisco at the time of the trade. He has hit .220 with a little bit of power. since being traded to Cleveland back in the early part of the season. The 3-1, swinging a foul, and he's mad at himself. He just chased a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. That would have been ball 4.
Yep, he sure did. Fouled it straight back, but he was not on that pitch, and it was several balls above the zone.
The 3-2, up and in, and Drew Anderson's going to challenge.
Yeah.
He might win this
I
challenge.
think he's going to.
Sean Barber announcing the challenge, and he got it.
Just 2 remaining challenges.
We got a great look at Drew Anderson's face on the screen as he's looking at the big board here in Comerica Park. And he was really convinced when he did it. And then I think he got less and less convinced. I don't know. Maybe I think I'm off on this one. I might be off. Oh, I'm right. Thank goodness.
How many challenges have we seen from a Tigers pitcher this year? Maybe 3?
Not many. That's the first one I remember.
That's the first one I remember, too. Wow, what a big call. And it gets back to something that I do wonder if Major League Baseball is going to address. The sharp corners at the top and bottom of the strike zone.
Yeah, I mean.
Versus rounded. Do you think they will? I think they will.
Maybe.
Nah, they like their squares. First pitch curveball strike to Rocchio. They like their nice, pretty squares. We don't want to round it like it's always been called for 120 years. Swing and a miss. Good curveball down and in.
I love the fact he's able to spin that curveball in for a strike when he needs to and throw it below the zone right here. This one starts right at the belt of Brian Rocchio and then just drops off the table.
This has been the toughest out for the Tigers this year. The 0-2, check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. James Jane on the appeal. Walk, single. Drew Anderson strikes out the side. Curveball, fastball, changeup for the 3 strikeouts. Tigers bat in the second inning, scoreless for the Guardians. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
Meyer is the proud hometown partner of the Detroit.
Baldwin has been the impact player today offensively for the Braves, and now he hits one high in the air to left center field. Clark surveying. He leaps. He got it. Denzel Clark, his first home run robbery of the year, comes in Atlanta. That's why he's out there. A Superman catch from Clark.
And he tracks it the entire way. Times his leap like he's been playing center field here at Truist Park for 10 years.
Agbayani will make the catch. Kemp will tag. He scores, and Agbayani got there with 3 outs. 2 runs will score. Burks is in. Agbayani gave the ball to the fan. Watch this. He hands the ball, starts off a fan a couple of seats away, goes 2 down, 2 down. Look at the poor kid. What? Look at the eyes of that child.
Green leads off, bottom of the second inning, no score. What a job by Drew Anderson.
Oof.
That was a thing of beauty, Bob. Bobby, that curveball was a weapon.
Absolutely it was. In the zone and below the zone for Chase.
Cutter strike to Riley Green. Not many Tigers, as you would guess, with the numbers we mentioned earlier. Changeup, swing and a miss. Not many Tigers in this lineup with any kind of success against Tanner Bybee. 27 hits his last 45 innings is worth repeating. Riley Green 5 for 25. The 0-2. Change up away. So I think, let's go back to your advice, Bobby. Just as a hitter, you know he's going to be working the edges.
Yes.
So it takes obviously great discipline for this Tigers team. The 1-2 off the plate and in to cut off one side of the plate.
You have to. And the thing is, it's game plan and then approach. And what I mean by that is you got to pick a lane. If it's in or if it's away, pick one. The second piece of that is you can't try to do too much when you get the one you want. When you overswing, he's really good at reading swings.
Tried to get a little swing back on the changeup, didn't get it. 3-2.
And he's gonna eat you up. He's gonna speed you up. If he thinks you're swinging too hard or trying to do too much, he's gonna just go slower and slower and slower, and then boom, hit you up top with one of the fastballs, or do whatever he needs to do to get you out.
3-2. Oh, he hit Riley Green in the right knee, right below it. He yanked a fastball, a sinker. He was trying to get a little swing back, and he yanked it a little bit too far right into Riley Green, who hobbles down to first. Look at Riley Green. It's like he was working it out, and then he ended up sprinting down to first.
Man. they already get at him because Riley's got kind of an interesting gait.
He's got a unique gait.
And you can see the boys in the dugout got their hands over their faces, towels over faces. They are going to kill him for that when they get back in there. It's pretty funny. He's all right.
Cold Keith shows bunt. Ramirez was ready at third, pulled the bat back. Was it called a ball or strike? Ball one. Patrick Bailey behind the plate. It's two really good catchers. Bailey is Gold Glove. Austin Hedges, longtime backup, is actually having a good year at the plate, but he's good behind the plate. 1-0. Strike at the knees on the inside corner. The numbers for Tanner Bybee is 4-11 with a 3.85 ERA. Opponents have hit 231 because of the 23 home runs. That's cost them. They've hit him with some power. Walk rate low at 2.5 per 9. Strikeout rate also low for a starter at 7 per 9. The 1-1. Line drive caught at second base, flipped to first, but Riley is back. Good job, Riley Green. Immediately getting back to the base. Another good swing for Colt Keith. Bobby, on the road trip, Colt Keith was, I mean, he's been locked in now for a couple of weeks. This has been fun to watch.
Yes, it has. This dude.
Line drives everywhere.
His bullets all over the place. You're absolutely right, Dan.
The other development on the road trip, and it started before the road trip, Torkelson at the plate. Spencer Torkelson is hunting hits right now, and it's been fascinating to watch. Torque takes curveball low and away. We talked about the fact he was hitting a home run every 12 at-bats. It was a stretch of 10 home runs, 120 at-bats. That's nice production, but there are a lot of empty at-bats in between. And now Torque is, he told Dan Petrie, I want to be known as a good hitter, too. Line drive to the gap in left center field, and that one was going to get down and split the outfielders all the way to the wall. Kwan will pick it up, get it back in. Riley Green running around third. He will score without a throw. Line drive double for Spencer Torkelson. Tigers take a 1-0 lead in the second.
Splitting the gap works too, Dan. We told you, you got to pick a lane and decide what you're going to get and take what he gives you. Well, this time, Torque didn't have to pick a lane. That was a hanging breaking ball right in the middle of the plate. And he squared that bad boy up. Two-hopped the wall in left field. Riley Green got hit on the knee. No ill effects. He got all the way around to score. That's a good swing, good approach, and excellent execution by Spencer Torkelson for that RBI double.
Big hands, many people getting on their feet to welcome Max Clark to Comerica Park. It's incredible. This is his first home game. Seems like he's been a Tiger for a long time now. Check swing, the appeal to third. James Jean says strike one, and the crowd groans like, don't call that on Max.
Do you know who he is?
He clearly, well, it was pretty close. But
He
I
went
think
around.
he got it right.
That's fine.
Amazing how long ago that feels. Fastball strike. The beginning of the road trip is when he joined this Tigers team, and he's added a lot, Bobby.
Yeah.
And it's all phases of the game, isn't it? I mean, it's the defense. He goes gap to gap. He comes in. He goes back. He runs the bases. And he's 11 for his first 37. Quick toss to second to drive Torque back.
Dan, there's a lot to be said. I mean, you want to talk about the tools. I mean, he can run. He can hit. He can throw. We've seen these things already in action just in his few games in the big leagues. The thing I like about him is a tool they don't measure. He's got some incredible makeup. This guy loves the game, and he loves the process. That's what the really good players do. They love not just the game, but the work.
0-2 is hit high in the air to center field deep, but playable for Kwan. Kwan used to be the Gold Glover in left, and now he's playing the heck out of center field as well. Torkelson will scoot over to third. Clark advances in with a deep fly ball. But what Max Clark adding him to this roster, Bobby, has allowed A.J. Hinch to do is put guys in spots defensively where he feels now he's got his best defensive lineup, which means Baez at short most days, McGonigal at third. McKinstry's starting to play the heck out of right field. And then he can move McKinstry to the infield for a late inning to get Torres off his feet for an inning. Outman to the outfield. And now he's kind of got a set lineup, which he's never had.
That's right. It's one thing to be able to shuffle pieces. It's one thing to be able to shuffle pieces exactly where you want to.
First pitch to Javi Baez. Swings and hits a fly ball. Center field deep, a playable. Kwan toward right center makes the catch. Javi flies out. Spencer Torkelson double gives the Tigers the lead. A rare lead over the Guardians here at home. We go to the third inning. 1-0 Tigers after 2 on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
Is your game plan to buy or refi a home this year? Your winning play starts with a local mortgage broker.
A home run for his first major league hit for Andrew Pinckney. Bang, zoom goes Pinckney sprinting around the bases.
7 scoreless for Dylan Cease. 36 scoreless in a row on the road.
10 strikeout games this year. Unbelievable.
Just a comfortable big blowout win here. They've won 8 in a row. They are a season high 25 games over 500. It was a perfect homestand.
And we're tied at 2. And Alex Bregman has his moment here in Wrigley.
Pete's running, throw to third base. It's a wild throw. Pete's gonna score. Cubs win the ball game. Cubs win.
Base hit. This team is unstoppable. Durbin the hero. 12-11. Red Sox win it in 13.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game, these games, all the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Third inning is brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. For fast service and the best price, choose Mastercraft. Stephen Kwan, fastball up. From Drew Anderson. Top of the order, Kwan, DeLauder, Ramirez. Riley Green hit by a pitch. Did circle the bases, but he is now out of the game. Slider backdoor, foul to the screen. I love that he's using this slider. It's a hard slider, too, at 91.
Yeah. And he likes it on that side of the plate, that arm side, away from lefties as well.
Again, 2 pitches, the sinker and slider that he rarely uses. He's already broken them out today. Changeup misses down, 2-1. Solid year 2 years ago in Korea after 2 years in Japan. And then last year in Korea, an incredible season. 2-1. Fastball up and away because of the addition of the kick change, which he had brought into his repertoire in 2024, refined in 2025. But opponents hit about 180 against him with no power. It was 2 walks per 9, 13 strikeouts per 9. It was complete package. Curveball, wow. High and outside. Stephen Kwan did not challenge. That's one of the biggest misses we've seen all year.
That's a huge miss, and Stephen Kwan knows the strike zone. Very surprised he didn't challenge there.
Walks more than he strikes out. Waiting now on the 3-2. Swinging a foul to the screen. Changeup away. And you figure, Bobby, it's going to be kind of that process. And we saw this with Troy Melton early on, pitching to contact, soft contact, wasn't giving up many hits, wasn't getting much swing and miss. The strikeouts were low. And then he started to dial it in, the 3-2. Swinging a pop-up to second base. Gleyber Torres backpedals a few steps under the outfield grass, makes the catch. Stephen Kwan pops out. For Melton, it was 15 strikeouts his first 24 innings, no swing and miss, and then 50 strikeouts his next 48 innings. And again, nothing changed other than when he got the 2 strikes, it was a little more of an emphasis on, all right, let's finish him off.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, the weapons are a little bit different for Troy Milton, but that said, that kick change in the combination of that fastball up and that curveball, he's able to get swing and miss.
Yep.
You just have to see it a little bit more often.
Chase DeLauder robbed of an extra base hit on a fine running catch. Zach McKinstry, who you notice is shaded a little more toward the right center field gap. DeLauder takes an off-speed pitch down, ball 1. Left side of the infield shifts to the right. The outfield plays him to go the opposite way. Now he swings and it's a fly ball to right, and that one is way back and gone. Robbed of a hit first time up. DeLauder is not going to get robbed this time. Absolutely hammered that pitch into the seats deep in right center. Curveball was up. He did not miss.
And it was in, too. And you just cannot throw the baseball there to a left-handed hitter. That is right in the honey hole. A breaking ball that was thigh high. He wanted it down and in back foot. It didn't get there. And DeLauder absolutely punished that ball to right field.
Looking at this lineup, again, the lineup that is at the bottom and has been all year in run scoring in the American League. With Kwan heating up, you always worry about his ability to get on base. Jose Ramirez swings and fouls it back to the screen. So the bats you worry about are really the 2, 3, 4 hitters. DeLauder's had a rock-solid season. Ramirez is not having a good season, but I'll worry about him until he's sitting back in the dugout.
That's right.
Nathaniel Lowe in the cleanup spot is having an excellent year. Just traded from Cincinnati. Strike 1, ground ball fouled on the first baseline. Bazana toward the bottom of the order, solid, but Martinez got off to a hot start. He has cooled. Rocchio has cooled. And Joe Adell has just been, well, very pitchable this year.
I mean, this Cleveland offense has struggled at times. They had a stretch where they were hitting Brian Rocchio 5th.
Ooh, it's not what you want to do. Fastball up and in, popped up down the right field line. McKinstry over, and that one's going to get into the seats just out of his reach, right at the retaining wall down the right field line. I like how Drew Anderson's using that fastball high and tight to the lefties.
Yeah, it's very good when it's up. This fastball plays at the top of the zone. It's interesting, too. You look at the numbers on it, and you're like, why does his fastball play up at the top? And it's because of the way he uses it in conjunction with the curveball and the changeup.
The 0-2 to Ramirez. Got him with a changeup last time. Changeup here. He says, nope, not this time.
That's a good take right there.
Sure is. Just such great discipline. He's still going to make it throw him a strike. He's not going to change. There's not much swing and miss. He's walked more than he struck out. The 1-2. Bounced changeup, I think.
Yes.
Up to home plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So funny when you think of Ramirez. I think of all the damage he's done from the left side against the Tigers. He has been much better as a right-handed batter for several years running. Ground ball to second base. Gleyber Torres will charge, scoop it off his shoe tops as he moves toward first. A little flip to Spencer Torkelson for the second out. 1-1 game. We're in the 3rd inning. This series is brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, 1-800-CALL-SAM. This series brought to you in part by Meyer, an official partner of the Detroit Tigers. RBI double for Torkelson. Monster home run for Chase DeLauder, his 13th of the year. That brings up Nathaniel Lowe. They picked him up just in time for this series. Fastball above the belt. He had hardly played when we saw Cincinnati in April.
Well, he played that series.
He got a rare start in game 1, hit 2 homers, including a walk-off, and then hit 2 more home runs. He hit 4 home runs in a 3-game series against the Tigers, and that kind of launched him to it's his best season since 2021.
He probably called his agent and said, "Can you get me traded to the Tigers or to the Braves tomorrow? That's where they're going."
2-0. Fastball at the knees for a called strike. Perfect pitch, 95. Starting to really locate that fastball where he wants it.
It's super important for him.
6'3", 210-pound righty, works from the middle of the rubber. Working from the stretch, 2-1. Lowe hits a fly ball to center field deep, but playable for Clark. It goes back 3 steps to his left underneath it, makes the catch for the 3rd out. DeLauder with 2 good swings tonight. The second one reaches the seats. After being robbed of a hit his first time up, he ties the game. We head to the bottom of the third in a 1-1 game. Cleveland and the...
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah. They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Win.
All we do is win.
For every Tigers home run, Ashley, the official furniture and mattress provider of the Detroit Tigers, donates up to $500 to nonprofits supporting Michigan kids. Go Tigers!
Zach McKinstry leads off for the Tigers. 1-1 tie. We're in the bottom of the third. Dan Dickerson, Bobby Scales, so glad to have you along for the first of three. Tigers in Cleveland. Love to see you out here at this ballpark. 5 games left after tonight, and what a homestand this is. A couple of months ago, you would have said, yeah, it's okay. It's Cleveland and Chicago. Now it's always Cleveland and Chicago. Soft ground ball up the middle. Bazzano will charge backhand near the base at second. Throw to first across his body. Nice play to get Zach McKinstry. It's time for dollars on deck. If Gleyber Torres now gets a hit this inning, Northfield Lumber will donate to Detroit Blightbusters. Northfield Lumber is Michigan's oldest business, largest Trex decking dealer. The Tigers have won 7 consecutive road series. That's one of the reasons they have gone 36-22 in their long climb from the 16-game hole they dug for themselves at the end of May. 32-48 was the record. Swinging the foul out of play. I'm sorry, 22-38. McGonigal fouls it out of play. So within 2 games of the 500 mark going into play tonight, they passed the Guardians, tied with the Twins, 3.5 behind Chicago. Change up, swing and a miss. McGonigal falls behind, no balls and 2 strikes. And right now, Bobby, with the way the West is going, I mean, your sights have to be set not on the 3rd wild card, but on the Central Division title.
Absolutely. I mean, this American League is a mess. I don't know. I can't remember it being this messy or this late.
The 0-2, change up down. The 3 best teams are all in one division.
Right.
Boston finally lost a couple of games. They've actually lost 3 in a row after a 32-5 stretch. But if you win the Central, there's a pretty good chance you could get a first-round bye.
That's right. That's right.
The 1-2. Oh! Fastball hit him in the helmet. Oh, my goodness. Tanner Bybee just hit Kevin McGonigal with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball in the helmet. Helmet went flying off. He sat down for a moment. He's up. He's got the helmet back on. A.J. Hinch out. Kelly Rhodes out, the assistant trainer. Wow.
He just yanked it. He's trying to go up and in.
Goodness. It didn't hit him in the helmet.
Hit him in the bat.
The bat.
He got his dome out of the way.
For sure it hit him in the helmet. It went off his bat.
And that ball hit right about 2 balls below the label on the handle of the bat. That's a foul ball.
They've got it at 2-2. Why aren't they? It should be still 1-2.
1-2.
But the scoreboard has a 2-2.
Yeah, it's just wrong.
It is 1-2. Crowd booing because, hey, it still was head high. Sweeper down and in, and he somehow yanked that head away. That was scary.
Whew.
Turned the head away, and it hit, as Bobby said, about 2 balls width above the hands on the bat. Now it's 2-2. The pitch, swinging a slicing foul, arcing high over the netting above the Tigers dugout and into the seats about 15 rows back. Guardians in their road grays with the block lettering Cleveland in blue outlined in red across the front, the blue and red piping down the pant legs. The 2-2, swing and a miss. That's his pitch. Change up away. Second strikeout for Tanner Bybee. Again, he doesn't rack up a lot. 2 strikeouts tonight. They've both been on swinging third strikes on a changeup.
And up, too, Dan. It's just
not where he wants it, is it,
I
Bobby?
mean, yeah, ideally, no. But you go on Baseball Savant, you look at the chart.
He does throw it.
He throws a ton of changeups up and away to left-handed batters.
It's working for him. And again, while other teams have hit him, he takes them out tonight with incredible confidence against this Tigers team. Sinkers, swing and miss. When you've had this kind of success most of your career, but especially the last 7 starts going back to the 2024 season, you're taking them out with a lot of confidence. They faced him 3 times in the postseason as well. The 0-1. Soft ground ball to the left side. Rocchio will charge, scoop the in between hop. A little easy flip from the grass behind the mound over to first. Torres grounds out. After the Tigers scored a run last inning, a 1-2-3 third for Tanner Bybee and the Guardians. We head to the 4th inning in a 1-1 game.
It's the great mascot race. Here we go. And they're off. They're neck and neck. Look at them go. The crowd is going wild. It's the home stretch. Who will win? It's the play and the plate. It's Billy the Marlin. Congratulations on winning the great mascot race.
Sometimes baseball can play hard to get.
Man, that's tough luck.
Look at that thing. I mean, that is at least a silver medal.
He airmailed this would be the understatement of the year.
Trying to get him a 3rd home run and 10 RBIs.
Kind of stumbling and a bumbling and couldn't hold on.
EK made an awesome catch. You would have been so proud.
DOMO having a laugh over there. Ortiz went flying into that bag.
Funny things happened on the way to the All-Star break.
But other times, it's like a match made in heaven.
Well-balanced, alert teamwork.
Going out Cole Everson with a leap, and he makes the catch.
Reeled in on a diving grab by Green.
Man alive, what a dive.
Watson charging hard.
Dives and made the catch. Out on a spectacular play.
Like a kid on a slip and slide on July 4th. Give that man a popsicle. And Varsho makes the catch.
How about that? Joe Adell leads off. First pitch curveball, strike 1. Drew Anderson, a true 5-pitch mix tonight. It's been a 3-pitch pitcher out of the bullpen. We've seen sliders and sinkers. Pitches that he doesn't really throw. The strike 1. Ground ball, sliding stop at third by McGonigal. Along the line, pops up, throws, got him. Beautiful play. Broke out the sinker again, got the ground ball. McGonigal takes an extra base hit away from Adell.
That was absolutely outstanding from Kevin McGonigal. Had to go several steps to his right. Backhand slides on that right shin. A lot of times you'll see guys slide on that right shin, pop up, stick that foot in the ground. He took it all the way around. The ball and the momentum took him all the way around. Good feet, pops up strong, throw over the torque at first base. That's a tremendous play.
Yeah, I would say the majority of the time you'd see guys definitely pop up, stick the foot in the ground. He really made a smart play.
He just rode the momentum of the ball around on the ground and got up.
Really nice.
And made a really nice play.
Tigers are playing terrific defense. 1-0. curveball strike on the outer edge. He's got that pitch dialed in. That's a very good sign. Again, it's all lefties except for Joe Adell in this Guardians lineup because they have 4 switch hitters and 4 lefties. Bazana's a true lefty. Line drive foul down the right field line. I like that he's mixing in all of his pitches, Bobby.
Well, I think it lends itself. His mix will expand as he has an opportunity to go through his lineup once, twice, and however many times. If he gets to a third time, he'll be able to use his pitches more.
The 1-2 to Bazana bounces up to home plate. Adell walked in the second inning after Anderson gotten ahead 0-2. Bazana followed with a single, and then Drew Anderson struck out the side. Martinez, Bailey, Rocchio, 2 swinging. Bullpen begins to stir. The 2-2. Changeup bounces 3-2 again. Got ahead 1-2. 3-2 now on Bazana. First start for Drew Anderson was 42 pitches, 28 strikes, 3 2/3 innings. 3-2, curveball missed. Those are the frustrating walks after you got ahead 0-2 or 1-2. So the bullpen begins to stir because Drew Anderson's pitch count has just hit 60, again 42. He's working up his length, pitch counts. He made a start earlier this year against Cleveland that went 4 2/3. That's the most pitches he has thrown since. Fly down to second base, and Martinez at the plate. Bazana cut down, attempted to steal by Dylan Dingler. 17 steals in 21 attempts this year, and Dylan Dingler made another perfect throw to Javi Baez.
Yeah, he had that leaping, vaulting lead at first base. And it was a high fastball up and in from Drew Anderson. A great pitch to throw in and a tremendous tag.
Jeez. It's just the tag ability is something to behold. We talk about it a lot, but there are a few who do it. I don't think there's anybody who does it quite like Javi.
Nobody. I don't remember nobody when I was playing the deal. Just had that ability to just get the tag on as quick as he does. It's incredible.
He goes down, he lets the ball travel, and he just lets the momentum take the glove right into the base runner. Dylan Dingler's throws are almost always either on the bag or just to the right, often to the right. And that tag was on the body. The hand was still, looked like he was going to beat the throw.
And he caught that ball so far behind him.
So it's ridiculous.
You lose sight. And here's the thing. You teach guys to catch it. Ball, glove, eyes behind everything.
Fastball up and in, didn't miss by much. High and tight, 3-1 on Hel Martinez.
What Javi does is he lets that ball travel all the way behind him. You lose sight of the baseball, so it's a guesstimate.
Yep.
And he's the best at guesstimating where that ball's going to be because he never misses them, and then just slaps the tag on him.
3-1, swinging a line drive, base hit into left field. Ben Malgeri in left field now for Riley Greenfield's it on one hop. What a big caught stealing. Cleveland third in the American League in stolen bases, one of 3 teams with just over 100 stolen bases. But what really impresses and makes that caught stealing all the more impressive, they've got an 84% success rate in stealing bases.
When they go, they get
for
there.
a team.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Crazy good. 116 stolen bases, 22 steals. First pitch fastball to Patrick Bailey for a called strike. 1-1 tie in the 4th inning. 4th inning is brought to you by Wallside Windows, Michigan's leader in replacement windows. Instant replay is brought to you every game by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, it's 1-800-CALL-SAM. Bailey took a called third first time up. Curveball misses high and outside. Jacob Waguespack is getting loose in the Tigers bullpen. So this is the most pitches thrown by Drew Anderson since he threw 63 pitches against the Guardians in a spot start back in mid-May. 4 2/3 shutout innings. The 1-1. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Home plate umpire Sean Barber doesn't need to appeal to anybody. So you would figure with Waguespack up, this is probably his last batter.
Yeah.
Sure, AJ would love to have him go 4. Pitch count about to hit 70. The 1-2, swinging a foul out of play. Pitch counts are brought to you every game by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. Strikeout updates about every game by Carbliss, the official ready-to-drink canned cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. Drew Anderson with 4 strikeouts in this game, had none in his first start. 2 strikeouts for Tanner Bybee. 1-1 tie. We're in the 4th. 1-2. Ground ball softly to second. Just served out to Gleyber Torres. He backhands and flips to Torkelson at first. Likely the end of the night for Drew Anderson. He's done a fine job now in 2 starts rejoining this Tigers rotation. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning in a 1-1 game. First of 3, Tigers and Guardians. This is the home of Detroit.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till it thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. And toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green.
You're an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
This game brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Tigers radio network. 1-1 tie. Dylan Dingler leads off. First pitch curveball. Beauty grabs the black on the inside corner. 3-4-5 hitters Dingler, Green, and Keith. Against Tanner Bybee, Tigers trying to solve the puzzle that is Tanner Bybee, and really on a grander scale or larger picture, try to figure out how to hit Cleveland pitching. Change up in the dirt. It hasn't been just tight, low-scoring games with Cleveland. It's been tight, low-scoring games where the Cleveland Guardians just refuse to give up runs.
Yeah, it really has.
Against the Tigers. This is 19 regular season games for Tiger hitters. This is just over 600 at-bats. Have hit 177. Swing and a miss. Dingler, sinker away. And that's 177 with no power. They don't walk many Tigers hitters. And there's plenty of strikeouts in there. This is 19 games where they've averaged 2.5 runs a game.
Yeah.
Against the Guardians. And if you want to add in the 3 in the postseason last year in the wild card, it doesn't change. It's still 2.5 runs a game. Strike called, changeup, down and away, and gets the called third on Dylan Dingler.
And that's a perfect example of what Tanner Bybee does to you. He lulls you to sleep. First pitch curveball, okay, 75 miles an hour. Okay, changeup, 81 miles an hour. And then, boom, 92-mile-an-hour fastball right in the middle of the plate with some good action on it.
Yep.
And then he throws a little changeup in the same spot, same arm action, and it dives down and in and catches the bottom rail of the plate. I mean, that's just how he does it. He's unpredictable, and he speeds you up, slows you down.
It's just like, why doesn't he do this against every team? There's something about the Tigers.
Listen, we've talked about that. I mean, it's sometimes just a jersey. I promise you, if you look back into minor leagues through his progression, he probably dominated Tigers minor leagues too. It just works that way sometimes.
Strike one's Ben Mulgeri in his first at-bat cues a cutter off the end of the bat. Off to the first base side, falls behind, no balls, 2 strikes. So we said much more of a set lineup for A.J. Hinch. This is 8 times in 10 games where he's basically run the same lineup out. Positions 1 through 9, except for the number 8 spot, which a few times has been rotated out between Javi Baez and Eduardo Valencia. Fastball up. But Bobby, it's the same lineup now.
Yeah.
8 of the almost every single day.
It's been working too.
We haven't seen that in a long time, if ever, under A.J. Hinch.
No.
That means Ben Muljerry's he's been reduced to more of a part-time role, late inning substitution role. Ground ball to third. Ramirez backs up, plays a big hop, turns and throws to first to get Muljerry by a full step and a half. 2 up, 2 down, 4th inning. Tigers scored their run in the second. Riley Green hit by a pitch. That's why he is out of the game. He did circle the bases, and watching him run the bases, Bobby, he clearly was running through some pain, but he looked okay.
He looked fine. He really did.
Yeah. The stride looked okay, but clearly it was barking.
Yes.
When he got to the dugout. Chase DeLauder's 13th home run of the year tied the game the next half inning. Colt Keith takes a changeup high and away. Average from the 220, 230 range up to 269 coming into this game. Interesting talking to him, Bobby, on the road in Seattle. He said he finally has found the proper height of his leg kick. And now it's up, but it's down quick. And the timing, he said, was all off. I was getting back way too far on my back leg. Now I picture a steel rod going through my hip, through my foot, into the ground, so that I can't move back.
The stuff you tell yourself in the box is amazing.
The 1-1 swing and a pop-up. Right side of the infield. Bazana stepping onto the outfield grass, makes the catch. And look out, Tanner Bybee starting to roll. He's retired 8 in a row since the Torkelson double, and easily. This is what we see when the Tigers and Guardians get together.
Going after it, and a fan lurching out of the stands.
Bond shakes his hand and now goes back to his position.
Nixon heading over towards the corner, and the pole of a play. And so fired up, he's going to take care of that guy's bevy.
I'm going to guess that we'll see that play again and again and again.
Line shot that is caught by Jose Nieves. It hit his glove, it hit his head, and the ball bounced back in his glove.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game, these games, all the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Proud sponsor of Detroit Tigers Radio.
Fifth inning, 1-1 tie, Tigers and Guardians. Dan Dickerson, Bobby Scales, glad to have you along. Tim Jetski, Jenny Hoynatsky, our engineers, for game 1 of a 3-game series with Cleveland, and the start of a heck of a homestand with Cleveland and Chicago, because this Tigers team playing its best baseball all year, obviously, but also this is going back 2 full months of good play. Ryan Rocchio facing the new Tigers pitcher Jacob Waguespack. Pitching change brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Curveball snapped off for Jacob Waguespack for a called strike 1. He's been terrific in his early innings. Changeup high and tight has Rocchio, batting from his stronger left side, spinning out of the way.
Yeah, Waguespack been out there again for the first time in a week. Pitched on the 4th against the Mariners. 1 inning, walked the Mariner, struck 1 out.
1-1. Fastball runs away.
It's a four-seam fastball, cutter, changeup, big curveball. Big right-hander. True over the top, 6'6". Long, tall frame. Get some good extension out there.
2-1, swinging a fly ball left field. Playable for Ben Malgeri. Goes back a few steps, makes the catch shy of the warning track on a 2-1. That's about all you're going to get. If Brookie is going to go the opposite way, and that's exactly what you want him to do. Get it in the air the opposite way. Lineup turns over for Stephen Kwan. The final line for Drew Anderson is brought to you by Figer Law. 4 innings, 1 run on 4 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. What'd you think, Bobby?
It looked good. Obviously made the one mistake to Delauder.
Stephen Kwan takes a cutter, strike at the belt.
I did like how he was mixing that curveball early in to steal some strikes, and also that slider too. We saw more sliders from him this time out as well. To your point, you said it during the broadcast, I think he is going to mix that in more as his innings build as a starter.
Kwan takes fastball perfect, outside black. No balls and 2 strikes. This offense has been missing the Stephen Kwan of the last couple of years until the last 20 games for Kwan in the dirt. But just a reliable, almost perfect leadoff hitter who would walk as often as he struck out. His OPS was barely 600 right at the All-Star break. Now he's hit 420 his last 20 games. 1-2, swing and a pop-up, throws his bat down in disgust. Ben Malgeri will call off Javi Baez as he comes in, makes the catch, hands it off to Javi in shallow left field. Stephen Kwan on a 1-2, little soft pop-up. 2 up and 2 down here in the 5th inning. The numbers for Jacob Waguespack, and again, this has just been one of those nice pickups for the Tigers. 22 innings of work. He's given up just 4 earned runs on 10 hits. There's a bit of good fortune when you've got a walk rate of 3 and a strikeout rate of just 6 per 9, having a 1.66 ERA. Hot shot, base hit into left field off Chase Delauder. I guess he's locked in. Jeez, he scorched the ball 3 times tonight. That's a line drive single, and I guess after the first 2 swings, you're glad it's just a single.
No kidding.
Jeez.
This ball's hammered. It's away. This kid can hit, man. He can flat out hit. I like his stroke. It's a little unorthodox, but he stays flat in the zone for a long time. That ball's rifled in left field, opposite way for him.
Brings up Jose Ramirez. First pitch, cutter misses low and outside. Opponents have hit 139 against Jacob Waguespack. And the reason there's probably a little good fortune involved, because there's not a lot of swing and miss. Opponents have a batting average on balls in play of 127. That is not actually a skill that you can. There's a certain degree of skill in holding that batting average on balls in play down, but even the best don't usually hold it much below 250. So a few more hits are going to fall. But let's not take away from the fact that he's been really good. Ground ball to first, backhanded by Torque over to the bag, tags it with his left foot. Ramirez bounces out, and Jacob Waguespack works another easy inning. He's been terrific. We head to the bottom of the 5th in a 1-1 game. This is the home of Detroit Tigers base.
Josh Lowe comes sliding in to make the catch.
That is an incredible catch. How low can Josh Lowe go?
Line drive, center field, caught! But Ernie Clement! Wow! Ernie Clement soaring through the air.
Coming in and making the play. How about it?
Oh, was sinking and knuckling with a glove just above the grass, kind of reaching behind him almost to his left.
Right off the end of the bat. Look at Torre. Catch it. Throw it. Double play. He is a wizard out there. Kelly gets the wave. The throw from Straw. He's out. They just keep finding a way.
Line drive. Diving catch by Nunez. On the edge of the outfield grass ends the inning. What a play.
I think he's quite sick of not seeing Nunez.
Ryan Walshman going to give it a look near the wall. And he's got it. The juggling catch by Ryan Walshman.
Sliding to make the catch is Jackson Merrill.
That kid can cover some ground.
1-1 tie, bottom of the fifth inning. Fifth inning is brought to you by Tiger Law. All they do is win. Torkelson, Clark, Baez against Tanner Bybee, who has one hit the Tigers. Torkelson hit a home run off him earlier this year and then a double today. Produced the only run after Green had been hit by a pitch. First pitch changeup. He takes it at the bottom rail for a called strike. Bobby, he didn't give us time because he jumped on the second pitch and doubled. Fastball away. To talk about the value of, I mean, really hunting hits.
Yes.
And now 18 of his last 20 hits before the double had been singles. But he'd been hitting .350 in his last 67 at-bats. The 1-1. Strike on the outside edge. Boy, that's a good swing back. 1 and 2. Talk about the value of that and why in the end, we know the power's there. This is going to make him a better hitter.
There's no doubt about it. He used the whole field. And during this stretch, he's been all over the park. Yes, he split the gap with that last ball he hit earlier in the game.
Curveball away, 2-2.
And we've talked about it so much, especially with Torque. We saw how he was getting pitched earlier. It was fastballs away, spin away, and then little fastballs off the plate or that two-seamer coming back on. And he's just, that front side is gone, that front hip is gone. You can't cover anything. And the only pitch you can really hit is something right down the middle. You're giving yourself a better chance to get hits when you stay in the middle of the field.
Swinging a pop-up, a mighty pop to third. Ramirez right by the bag. 2 steps to his left at the end, makes the catch in fair territory. Torkelson pops out. And we saw twice in extra innings the value of that, because twice in extra innings on the road trip, he had a single in the 10th inning that scored a run.
And you're seeing the ball just a touch deeper. You hear that term all the time, see it deep. Well, I think that's a little bit of a misnomer, and that term gets thrown around a lot. But it means see it literally just an extra click.
Hundredths of a second.
That's all it is, right? And being content with not trying to do damage on that pitch. Hitting it hard, you're not trying to just, play patty cake with it, but...
Line drive, base hit into left for Max Clark. Sinker was up. He drilled it into left.
And really, I'm sorry, Dan, really, truly, what you saw right there from Max Clark is a perfect example. That was a sinker running away from him, didn't try to do too much. If he tries to do too much with that, try to hit that ball hard pull side, it's a ground ball to Bazan at second base, he's out. Instead, he just stays through the zone flat, real nice, hits a line drive over Roquio's head and left in shortstop.
And Bobby, we saw that in his first 3 games. We saw that 3 times.
That's a really good approach from a really good young hitter who's going to mature into a really nice hitter in this league.
He draws a throw. Tanner Bybee's been very good paying attention to the running game, really stopping it in his 24 starts. Just 5 stolen bases. Bailey behind the plate, elite with his pop time. How quick he gets it to that glove at second base. Javi Baez takes called strike 1. 21 steals, 2 caught stealing for Max Clark at AAA Toledo. Does not have a steal yet at the major league level. Draws another throw, so this will be interesting. Crowd's booing, but I'm like, good, okay. He's thrown over twice.
Yeah, and that was
really
easy. Easy getting back from Max Clark right there, too. There's another step in that lead if he wants it.
So if you're the base runner, Bobby, he's thrown over twice. What are some of the things you're thinking?
I'm just trying to make sure I get a good jump and go. Be aggressive right here.
Bybee holds it an extra 2 beats. Clark started, stopped, ground ball up the middle in the center field. The base hit. Clark will stop at second base. Kwan closes so quickly. It's not a big arm for Stephen Kwan, but he closes so quickly and gets the ball in the air. He really does stop runners from taking the extra base.
Well, there's another thing there, too, Dan. Max Clark clearly wanted to go on that pitch, but he had to because Tanner Bybee sidestepped him. And so when he did that, he shut it down. He was at a dead standstill when that ball was put in play by Javi Baez, so there's no chance of him advancing. But you're absolutely right. You don't have to have a huge arm if you close on the ball as quickly as Stephen Kwan does.
A great chat with Gary Pettis, the one-time Tiger. Fly ball to right field on the line, right to DeLauder. He'll come in, make the catch. Zach McKinstry kind of served the line drive out to right field. Good swing on a line, but it's the second out. Gary Pettis, now the third base coach for the Giants, of course, and been a long-time third base coach in the major leagues. He was such a terrific player in his years with the Tigers and in his major league career. But he was talking about that is the still number one factor for him as a third base coach. How quickly does that outfielder close on the ball?
Yeah, I mean, that is what all good outfield instructors teach. Good arm, not good arm, somewhere in the middle.
Right.
If you shut it, you can shut it down by getting to the ball quickly.
That brings up McGonigal. 1-1 game. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 on for the first time tonight. Curveball away. Single for Clark. Ground ball single for Baez. McGonigal today has popped out on the first pitch of his first at-bat. Struck out on a changeup in a 7-pitch battle his last time up. Ivy's over on the third base side. Sets, holds the glove at the letters. Looks back at Clark at second. Line right on the right field line. Hooking. Fair ball into the corner. Clark around third. He will score. Baez being waved around third. Coming home. The throw goes to second base. 2 runs in. Kevin McGonigal delivers. 2-out, 2-run double. And a 3-1 lead for the Tigers here in the 5th.
Yeah, Tanner Bybee wanted that changeup down and away from Kevin McGonigal. He got it down, but it was middle of the plate. McGonigal drops the hammer on it, tucks it inside the first base line. The only question was Javi Baez going to get around to score, and he did. It rattled around in the corner. Woo. And Billy Boyer waved him around. That's a 2-out, 2-run double by Kevin McGonigal. Big swing of the bat right there.
Boy, DeLauder made a mistake, didn't he? I mean, the throw automatically went to second.
There's only one place to throw that ball. It's to your cutoff man, double cut home.
Yeah. I don't think they would have gotten him, but at least you might have had a play.
You might have had a play. You might have had a play. They were lined up the right way. All of a sudden, the ball goes into Rocchio at second base.
Gleyber Torres takes ball 1. Kevin McGonigal has been battling against Tanner Bybee. This is the 3rd time he's seen him this year. Pitch down and away. He's going to try some new things tonight in his approach and his setup. Didn't pay off the first 2 at-bats. It did in the 3rd. Tigers in the 5th inning. First time in 8 starts that the Tigers have scored more than 2 runs off of Tanner Bybee. Torres still has a good hitter's count, 2-1.
It's tough. As tough as he's been on the Tigers, Dan, that is a big swing of the bat by Kevin McGonigal right there.
Man. Single here could make it a 4-1 game. The 2-1. Ground ball up the middle and into center field, a base hit. McGonigal waved around third. He will score without a throw. Gleyber Torres makes it a 4-1 game.
Dan, you keep talking about it. This is professional hitting right here, not trying to do too much. You try to do too much against Tanner Bybee, he's going to eat you alive. This is just another little fastball. Four-seamer, it was down. Gleyber didn't try to do too much with it. Stays in the middle of the field. Hits it hard from right back where it came. You don't have to do too much against this guy. If you try to do too much, he's going to punish you. This approach against the Tigers have had against him tonight, it's taken 4 innings or 5 innings to get here. It's been much better. Don't try to do too much. Take what he gives you, find some holes, get some traffic, knock these guys in. They've done a great job tonight of doing that.
Javi Baez taking that ball. Ground ball single up the middle. One of the things that's impressed us with Dylan Dingler this year, Bobby, in a game in which he hit a home run. Next at bat, right side of the infield's open, just singles to right field. That was in Seattle against Bryce Miller. Consecutive at-bats, 2 different things, understanding what the game situation was calling for him to do.
Yes.
Hitting .270 coming into this game with 26 home runs, 80 RBIs, and most of the production has been against righties. Righty who gives up home runs on the mound. Dingler swings and taps the sinker foul. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Strike 1, ground ball on a high chop to third. Ramirez will charge field the waist high bounce throw on the run over to low at first. Dingler bounces out. Tigers get 4 hits in the 5th inning after being 1 hit through 4, and they score 3. We head to the 6th, first of 3 Tigers and Guardians, and the Tigers have a 4-1 lead after 5 on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
Better access means better care. McLaren provides the care you need when you need it. Stay in the game with quality care at McLaren.org.
3 runs in the bottom of the 5th. Jacob Waguespack now faces the Guardians in the top of the 6th inning. Nathaniel Lowe, he's going to add to this lineup. He's having a very good year. Lefty at the plate, first pitch fastball from Jacob Waguespack down and away for a called strike 1.
Dan, this is important right here. They got to put up a 0 right now.
Yep.
Don't give them any life.
Line drive, base hit into right. Curveball hung up a little bit, and Lowe was on it. McKinstry gets the ball in quickly. Zach McKinstry made a great running catch earlier in this game, and if you missed the finale in San Francisco, Logan Webb was great for the Giants. That game doesn't get to extra innings unless Zach McKinstry throws out Willie Adames from right field, about 250 feet away from home plate. He didn't want to bounce the throw. He said, I've bounced throws before and it doesn't help the catcher. I wanted to get the ball there in the air. Bobby, I haven't seen a more perfect throw.
He did. Mission accomplished.
Joe Adell at the plate, 1-0 fastball high. Fastball is his calling card for Jacob Waguespack. He's talked about it, the great extension. He can get swing and miss on it, but it's a true 4-pitch mix. And he's been getting outs. The 2-0 fouled off the mask of the catcher, Dylan Dingler. I went back and looked at that play too, Bobby. Eduardo Valencia did a Javi Baez on that.
Yeah.
He went out in front of home plate and he let the ball travel. He didn't go out, get it, and go back and tag. He let it travel all the way to the home plate almost.
Yeah, I mean, it
was incredible.
It's one thing to do it with a regular glove on. It's another thing to do it with a catching mitt on.
Fastball misses 3-1.
But again, you're teaching catchers how to receive that throw from the fielders at home plate much different than you did 15 years ago because the rules are changing. You're having those guys catch it just like a second baseman at the bag or what have you.
3-1. Cutter in the dirt. Check swing didn't go. And John Lipka on the appeal at first. Just, you can't walk Joe Adell.
No.
He can't hit righties. The Tigers have walked him twice tonight. Chris Fetter's going to make his way out to the mound. The Tiger bullpen stirring, no one throwing. Tigers starters, #1 in the American League. Tiger relievers are 3rd in the American League by ERA. Tigers second only to the Yankees in run prevention this year. The road trip has been phenomenal. If you go back the last 11 games, the Tigers have 4 shutouts, 5 shutouts, and 2 other games where they've allowed 1 run. They've been phenomenal. The bullpen was terrific on the road trip. Bullpen gave up a couple of 3-run home runs. In the other 29 innings of work, they put up zeros in 27 of the 29 innings.
Wow.
On the road trip. They're getting contributions from everybody. Kenley Jansen kind of issued not a challenge, but he said, hey, we have to step it up, starting with me. Even though he's been, well, he hasn't given up a run since June. Bazana takes a strike. But he said, I just wanted to let everybody know we have to, as a group, step up and be better, because the starters have been great. And on the road trip, they certainly were. Bazana at the plate to strike one, swinging a foul to the top of the screen. And after the mound visit from Chris Fetter, quickly 0-2 on Travis Bazana.
Well, Dan, that's the value of having a vet like Kenley Jansen in that bullpen. And he can say that. He's got the stripes for it. And everybody down there needs to nod their head and just own it. There's no clapback when he says something like that, because he's done it in the big leagues for a long time.
0-2, swinging a foul, and then he goes up and backs it up with some of his best outings of the year.
That's exactly right.
I mean, he struck out the side the other day, and that cutter was, yay. It was electric. It was great. But after the trade deadline, it's like, okay, kind of all eyes on the two new guys in the rotation, Jackson Jobe and Drew Anderson, and all eyes on the bullpen. The 0-2. Swinging a pop-up. Will it be playable? It will. And Dylan Dingler over by the top step of the Cleveland dugout makes a catch. Nice play. That wasn't a very high pop-up. He did a terrific job finding it and getting over to the top step.
Just really nice job right there by Dingler, getting out of that crouch. Like you said, it wasn't one of those high pop-ups. He had to get out of that crouch, hustle over there, navigate the bat boy, the other dugout, drop his mask, secure the baseball.
That's a lot of things to...
That's a lot of stuff. When you're a catcher, you sign up for a lot of stuff, Dan.
Bat boy, get out of the way. On deck circle, get out of the way. Angel Martinez swings and lines it to right field softly. Got jammed a little bit. McKinstry comes in, makes a catch. Not much of a sound coming off the bat of Angel Martinez. 2 outs in the 6th inning. Waguespack shutting down righties, lefties. A.J. Hinch always says, I'll tell you what I think of a guy by how I use him.
That's it.
And the guys we are seeing now moving into a bigger and bigger role, and that's pitching in games with a lead. That's usually step one. Sometimes it's a big lead. And then it's pitching with the lead, with a smaller lead. And then it's pitching in the late innings with a smaller lead. Swinging a fly ball, slicing down the left field line. Long run for Ben Mulgeri on the run in foul territory. Makes a catch. Fine play. Patrick Bailey, little slicing drive. Mulgeri had to run a long way. Tracked it down. A little star next to that one. Fine defense tonight by the Tigers outfield. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning in a 4-1 game. Tigers on top by 3. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
In the game of life, science is undefeated. It doesn't stand still or accept limits. It learns.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Let's take a road trip to Wrigley Field today. Home of the Chicago Cubs since 1916, Wrigley Field is the 2nd oldest ballpark in the majors, just behind Boston's Fenway Park. Hop off the L in the heart of Wrigleyville and take in the unique buzz of the neighborhood. On the corner of Clark and Addison, the iconic red marquee sign welcomes fans into the friendly confines. Once inside, direct your attention to the manually operated scoreboard that sits 60 feet above center field. Lush green ivy covers the brick outfield walls, and just beyond the bleachers, Wrigley rooftops provide an unrivaled view of the game. When at Wrigley, you have to get a Chicago dog. With everything, of course. The chicken tinga torta or chicken and churros are great options too. Find your seat in the bleachers and embrace the rowdiness. Sing along to Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And don't forget to root for the Cubbies. Wrigley Field, an unforgettable experience.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
And Mulgeri just made that fine play in foul territory, leads off for the Tigers. First pitch, sinker, a little swing back on the outside edge, strike one. Riley Green came out of the game after circling the bases on the Torkelson double in the second inning. At the time, it gave the Tigers a 1-0 lead. Turns out he'd been hit by a pitch to get on base. Cutter perfect on the black away. No balls and 2 strikes on Ben Mulgeri. Ivy still on the mound. 4-1 Tigers in the bottom of the 6th. Turns out that Riley Green is being evaluated for right hamstring tightness. So perhaps something that jumped up and bit him while he was running the bases. The 0-2, high and tight. Lozano at second, shades up the middle. Kwan in center, aggressively shallow, shaded to right center. Hit one up the left center field gap. Ben Mulgeri would run for a while. Fastball foul back to the screen. I love teams that are aggressive with their outfield positioning. So many we see just very static in the outfield. I mean, this is aggressive. I mean, this is what the hit charts say. And Stephen Kwan is really aggressively shallow. And way to right center. 1-2, swing and a miss. Cutter up, Ben Mulgeri couldn't lay off. And he strikes out. Lots of stories written this winter about outfield positioning and how good it has gotten. Guys like George Lombard have led the way with the Tigers' outfield positioning, which always ranks top 3 in the American League. It has for, well, 4 years running now. Is it getting too good with the positioning? My argument would be no, Bobby. Keith swings and misses. In other words, should you legislate?
Absolutely not.
Where outfielders can play.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm still not on the shift. If people hit it there, put your people there. It's not. That's what it is.
Breaking ball down and in.
Here, we're gonna. This guy hits 80% of his balls in this window.
Yeah.
Let's put everybody there. Make him make the. I think it's asinine when you think about it. I just really do.
Fastball up and in.
Man, this is coming from a former position player.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Like, hit it somewhere else, or figure out a way to do it to hit the ball the other way, where there's nobody standing there.
2-1, swinging a tap foul right at home plate.
I mean, let's take this to another sport. If we know that the Lions are going to run in the A gap,
yeah,
and
it's not fair that you put all your linebackers.
Put them all right there, and make them do something else. If we know Cade Cunningham,
you're showing Ben Mulgeri, I'm playing you to go here.
If we know Cade Cunningham is going left, sit on his left hand. This is not rocket science.
Fair. 2-2 to Cole Keith away. Cole with a line out to second and a pop up to second base. 0 for 2 today.
I don't know.
No, the argument this winter, and again, it was a good piece by Jason Stark, just kind of where have all the extra base hits gone. The 3-2. I love Jason's writing.
Mm-hmm.
Swinging a pop-up foul, third base side. Ramirez over, and he's got room. He has to come back at the last moment, lean to his left, and make the catch. Almost overran it. Keith pops out for the second out in the 6th inning. Just kind of where have all the extra base hits gone? And actually, the extra base hit total is about the same. It's just that more are now going over the fence,
right,
and fewer doubles and triples. And it was just a discussion about has outfield positioning got too good, and it felt like the argument about pitching. Has pitching gotten too good? Should we move the mound back? It's like no, I don't like that idea. Torkelson takes a curveball low.
No, I made, we had a little fun with it, but I don't believe you should legislate that at all.
No.
I don't.
I agree with that 100%.
And for me, you want to see how the game's really supposed to be played, turn on the postseason.
1-0, swing and a miss. Change up 1-1 on Torque. Doubled his first time up, brought home a run.
You see more bunts, you see more balls fouled off, or you see more balls fought off the other way. Guys hitting opposite field singles for RBIs. You know why? Because it's winning time. And so you play winning baseball when it's winning time. Well, let's play winning baseball all year.
1-1, ground ball, chop foul.
Instead of lift and separate, let me get my A swing off. If I punch out 286 times, it's fine.
Not that you have strong thoughts on this.
I mean, I'll get off my soapbox in a minute. I promise.
I'm not going to stop you, though. You're rolling.
If I keep my job, I'll probably stop myself.
Tigers' offense has been clicking, and it's been power And it's been a lot of, they scored in a lot of innings on the road trip, Bobby.
Yeah.
That was the other thing. So, it's home run power that's been leading the offense. But they knew they weren't going to hit home runs in San Francisco.
Right.
And they didn't. And they won 2 of 3.
And it's more impressive coming off having played that same road trip in Sacramento.
Fastball away. What a way. You start the road trip on a ball in the ballpark where the ball gets popped up in the air and you think it's going out, and it does. Then you ended it in a ballpark where the ball does. You can shoot out of a cannon. It's not going out. It was quite a contrast. 3-2, swinging a foul out of play. Let's check some scores from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studio scoreboard, brought to you by Meijer, the official grocery retailer of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. White Sox 3.5 game lead over the second place Tigers to start the day. They have a 2-0 lead over the Reds. That is in the 3rd inning in Chicago. They'll be coming here this weekend. 3-2 popped up low into foul territory, tracking it, and now he's going to be called up by Bazzana, who makes the catch in between Lowe and DeLauder coming in from right field. And he ran a long way. Torkelson pops out in a 7-pitch battle. And the Tigers go 1-2-3 in the 6th inning. But a 3-run 5th inning has given them the lead. We head to the 7th, 4-1. Tigers over the Guardians on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Presented.
It's time for another road twib. We're heading to Birdland. Welcome to Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Opened in 1992, Camden Yards set the standard for new ballparks. Creating the retro classic aesthetic of brick and steel, nestled into a bustling downtown neighborhood, Camden Yards breathed new life into Orioles baseball. Just steps from the Inner Harbor and a short walk from Babe Ruth's birthplace, Camden Yards is steeped in unique history and tradition. The 100-year-old B&O warehouse is a lefty's dream target in right field. Take a stroll on Utah Street and be on the lookout for bronze baseballs embedded in the road. These plaques mark where home runs landed over the right field fence. And of course, in 1995, this was the scene of Cal Ripken Jr. breaking Lou Gehrig's long-standing Iron Man streak. Join in on the Unified during the national anthem. Feeling crabby? Grab some loaded fries from Local Fry. Or maybe head over to Boog's Barbecue and indulge in the delicious 92 crab cake sandwich. The city of Baltimore loves their O's and their ballpark.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar is in the stands.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy tripped, or he might have caught that ball.
There's a fastball. There's a flying bat. It's a high car.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
Haggerty is on with an infield hit. A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Drew Summers takes over on the mound. Pitching change brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. 4-1 Tigers, 7th inning. First to 3, Tigers and Guardians. Tigers trying to beat the Guardians for the first time this year. Lost all 6. First pitch to Brian Rocchio, batting from his weaker right side, is a fastball strike. Guardians have won 10 of their last 11 meetings with the Tigers here at Comerica Park. Slider backdoor misses away. 7th inning is brought to you by Snethkamp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. The Snethkamp Automotive family celebrating 100 years, 4 great Michigan locations. Talking about pitchers that A.J. Hinch is putting more and more faith and trust in. This is one of them. Fastball up and away. Swing and a miss. Drew Summers now starting to appear in games where the Tigers have the lead or are tied in the late innings.
Yeah, sidearm lefty, 2-4 seam fastball, runs it up there about 95 miles an hour. You'll see a slider, the occasional changeup.
The 1-2, dotted down and in, challenged by Dylan Dingler.
Catcher's challenging the ball call.
On the big board here at Comerica Park.
Detroit will have 2 remaining.
You think you won the challenge? It's in 1-1 counts and 1-2 counts that Dylan Dingler shines with his challenges.
And it's automatic. When he thinks he's got one, there's a level of conviction there. That's a good pitch from Drew Summers right there, too.
Summers delivers a sinker low and away. That's unhittable. It's Stephen Kwan at the plate, left on left, fastball 95 at the knees, away. Kwan's 1 for 3 today. 4-1 Tigers are in the 7th inning. Upright, relaxed stance. He's been hot lately. Slider away. He's certainly, Bobby, in the last few games against lefties, if he's missing with that slider away, it's away.
It has to be. It has to be. It's good enough slider. He's gotten bitten on some sliders that have stayed over the plate. They weren't quite far enough away from his left-handed hitters.
1-1. Fastball just a tick outside. This is an ABS system in human form at home plate. Even though he didn't challenge one earlier, that was a shocker. But Stephen Kwan every year is going to walk as much as he strikes out or more. The 2-1. Bit low and outside. Drew Summers has given up a few hits, and that's a surprise, and I think that number is going to drop. The contact has been unusually soft against Drew Summers. The 3-1, low and away. And his big improvement has been strike throwing. He walks Kwan here. 19 innings of work for Drew Summers. He's given up 8 earned runs in those 19 innings on 19 hits. The walk rate is 4 per 9. The strikeout rate, well, 29 in 19 innings is a strikeout rate of 13.5 per 9. That's a nice high number. Sinker up and in, almost hits Chase DeLauder, raises his arms up out of the way, jumps out of that left-handed batter's box, ball 1.
Yeah, I like it. You got to do something. He's had 3 really good swings tonight.
4-1 Tigers. One more base runner brings a potential tying run to the plate, and the guy in the on-deck circle is named Jose Ramirez. You want to get this guy out. Fastball misses, 2-0.
They're competitive misses. They're just off, but this is where you got to get on the plate. This is where Drew Summers got to believe he has enough stuff to get guys out in the big leagues. He does. 95, 96 miles an hour from the side. Dylan Ding was going out there to talk to him, and the rest of the infield is coming in there too. I think this is twofold. I think they calm his young lefty down, and also too, maybe get some action going in that Tiger bullpen.
DeLauder has been much better against lefties this year. This is his rookie season, and he's been very good. You don't see too many rookies hitting the same side pitching, and for him, that's a lefty at a 348 clip. Not as much power, but that's 120 at bats. The 2-0. Sinker away. 3-0.
Kyle Finnegan is throwing in the Tiger bullpen.
Reason A.J. Hinch has been entrusting Drew Summers with bigger and bigger innings because he's been throwing strikes. He needs to get back into the strike zone here. 3-0. Fastball strike just on the inside edge. DeLauder backing out of the left-handed batter's box. Got a big out the other day before extra innings. Rafael Devers to bounce into a double play and to end a big threat in the 8th. The 3-1 swing and a miss. I do the same thing, Bobby, if you can.
Right there, up and away from him. Up and away from him, 95 miles an hour. It's a low arm slot. Throw it up and away from him in the zone. If he hits a home run opposite field, then hey, he just beat you. I don't think he's going to.
Summers sets. 3-2s. Tap foul. Sinker 96 in. Good bounce back, but Drew Summers has to continue to work in that strike zone. Really impressive numbers for DeLauder beyond the 277 batting average with extra base power. Draws a lot of walks. He's going to make it throw him a strike, and it's good bat-to-ball skills. Low strikeout rate. 3-2. Line drive, base hit, one hop off the dirt into right center. McKinstry will close quickly. Kwan will stop at second. Will that be the end of the night for Drew Summers? Ramirez is much better from the right side. That's a good piece of hitting.
It's a good piece of hitting.
My goodness.
It is, Dan. It's up and away.
I mean, he just got that top hand on. I mean, he got on top of that ball.
He did.
That's good hitting.
I'll take that though, rather than he could hit that ball. He could have easily hit that ball to Gleyber Torres for a 4.63.
Jose Ramirez batting first pitch off the glove of Dylan Dingler. tried to get underneath the sinker down of the four-seam fastball down, and it went off his glove. Runners advanced to second and third. Called a wild pitch. That has to be a pass ball, doesn't it?
I think so.
I mean,
I think so too.
I mean, Dylan Dingler would say that's a pass ball, I'm pretty sure. Ramirez, big numbers from the right side, and it's been this way for a few years. Ground ball to short, big hop for Javi Baez. They're back, so a run will score. He flips over to first. Always good to get Ramirez out. Kwan scores. DeLauder holds at second. Guardians cut the Tigers' lead to 4-2.
It's like Stephen Vogt's going to go to his bench right here.
Reese Hoskins will pinch hit. And that will be the end of the day for Drew Summers. Hoskins announced, and A.J. Hinch pops out of the dugout. He's going to go to his bullpen. Finnegan will come in. 2 outs, a man on second. Tigers holding on to a 4-2 lead. 4-2 Tigers. While the Guardians make the change, we'll pause for these words and let it.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Working player brought to you again by Carhartt, proud to support Detroit Tigers baseball, the hardworking people who make it possible. Kevin McGonigal's 2-run double in the 5th inning made a 1-1 game a 3-1 game. They're all working hard out there, but that was a heck of an at-bat for Kevin McGonigal against Tanner Beide.
It sure was.
Pitch and change brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Kyle Finnegan takes over on the mound, starting to put together some zeros. As we said, the bullpen really put up a lot of zeros on the road trip. Reese Hoskins batting. First pitch, good. Splitter, swing and a miss. Splitter has not been the problem. It's still his swing and miss pitch. Opponents haven't done much against it. The fastball, Bobby, is 97, and it's been hit.
And for whatever reason, you're right. There's good properties to it, but it's just been in the zone too much. The good part of the zone.
Used to have some good outings in a row. Fastball strike, bottom rail with the fastball. Wants to work it up and down, and too often it's just been kind of middle.
Right.
That was a good one. DeLauder, the runner at second. 4-2 Tigers are in the 7th inning. 1-3 Tigers and Guardians. 30,000 plus at Comerica Park tonight. The 0-2 splitter bounces, good block by Dylan Dingler. Dylan Dingler does so many things well. Gold Glove last year. He's still one of the very best in the American League blocking balls in the dirt. He's actually shaved a few hundredths of a second off his pop time. He's still getting a ton of extra strikes. In small but important ways, he's gotten better. The 1-2. Swing and a foul out of play. Hoskins hitting just 180, and he's below 200 against righties and lefties. A little bit better by power numbers against righties, but it's been a tough year. Last 40 games, he's hit just 160 with a little bit of power. Upright stance from the right side. The 1-2. Ground ball to short. Javi Baez gets around it, scoops it off his left. Shoot tops, shuffle step, flip to first. Rhys Hoskins pinch hitting, grounds out, and the Guardians settle for one. 7th inning stretch time in Detroit, brought to you by DTE. Score energy savings this season. Manage your energy bill when you visit DTE.
We're talking about power. We're talking about bling. This is the stuff that puts people in the seats.
Ruth's adoring fans pitched in to gift a crown fit for the home run king.
How come the fans didn't, put something together for me?
They gave you a nice round of applause.
Good job, Carlos.
That man is 42 years old. I'm only 22. Until that man stay on that mound, nobody gonna take me out of this game.
Okay, let me see what I can do about it. Right now, I feel like I can go over there and go placata right now on the field just because I held this batter, Willie Mays. I'm not giving it back to you. You need it back?
Get back?
Okay, you can continue talking.
And you're just going to hold on to it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hammer and Hank became baseball's all-time home run king.
Hank Aaron flipped the bat, pointed to the outside, and said, "Black."
Every single Triple Crown winner has been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. So it looks pretty good for Miggy. Just saying.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
ConeyIsland.com. National Coney Island is proud to be the official chili of the Detroit Tigers.
Join the winning team at McLaren Healthcare. With great benefits and career growth, your future starts here. Apply today at mclaren.org/careers.
This game brought to you in part by Corwell Health, reminding you together we can overcome any obstacle and fight any battle. Max Clark has been getting a nice reception. Of course, his first home game, which is kind of crazy. First 9 games of his career on the road, and the first was in a minor league ballpark in Sacramento.
He's like, I thought I graduated from this.
The 1-0. Ground ball all over the bag at first. Fair ball, fielded, and then flipped to Tanner Bybee, covering Hoskins in at first base, and put out goes 3-1. It's a good play. Ended up in foul territory, a little underhand flip to get a speedy runner.
Yeah, it was a good play. You got to hustle. Max Clark can get down the line. Nice job by both Rhys Hoskins and then Tanner Bybee. Didn't buy a ticket. He got over there and covered the bag.
Bybee in his 7th inning of work, trying to make it 3 starts this year against the Tigers that have gone at least 7. 7 innings, 2 runs in June, 8 innings, 1 run in May. Gave up 3 in the 5th inning, but he's still going to log the innings. I mean, look at the pitch count. 1 out in the 7th inning. This is his 84th pitch on the way. First pitch, cutter, beauty, strike 1. Good low pitch total. The bullpen got pretty heavily used over the weekend in Chicago. There was the inexcusable Sunday game where both starters were burned after an inning.
Oh.
So they could use some innings tonight, to say the least. Baez takes a pitch low and away.
Yeah, Zabrowski was up for them last inning. He has since sat down. No need. They sent Bybee back out. You're right. Good low pitch count.
He's going to give up 4, maybe more, but this is very valuable for him, for the Guardians, to pitch into the 7th. Breaking ball high, called strike.
Batter challenging the strike ball.
Late challenge by Javi. And he's going to win the challenge.
The strike has 2 remaining.
I think Javi's had a couple of successful challenges in the last week or so.
Yeah.
Got the good hitters count, like Dylan Dingler. Best time to challenge on a 1-1. Bybee into his motion, the 2-1. Fastball called the strike at the belt away. 2-2. Big single. Max Clark with 1 out in the 5th inning took a pitch away. Sharp single to left. Javi Baez, second pitch of his at bat. Just took a Tanner Bybee Pitch that was down and grounded a single into center field to put 2 men on. McKinstry lined out to right. 2 outs, 2 on in a 1-1 game. Kevin McGonigal. Line drive double that absolutely was right on the line down the right field line. 2-run double. Tigers took a 3-1 lead. Torres brought him home with a single the next batter. Swinging a cue job off the end of the bat, and I mean cue. Off the end of the bat of Javi Baez. Checks the bat, makes sure it didn't chip. It did not.
I don't know how he got a piece of that ball. That was a cutter that started off the plate.
Actually, there was a little piece of his bat that came off. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So he's using a chipped bat, the 2-2. Swinging a pop foul out of play. But I'm with you. How did he get a piece of that?
Oh, wow. A great play by a fan down here in the lower bowl. Reach back, one hand, bare hand catch.
Got a torque jersey on.
Didn't spill the beverage. That's key.
Multi-faceted fan down there.
Feels nothing right now. Maybe because of the beverage.
2-2. Sinker in. Javi jackknifes out of the way. 7th pitch of the at-bat is ball 3. A couple of night games and a day game in this series. Tomorrow, Framber Valdez against Foster. Griffin just picked up in a trade at the trade deadline. 3-2. Way. Javi Baez draws a walk. In an 8-pitch battle. It's been a minute since I've used all those words in the same sentence together.
You had had that many dots in your book for Javi at bat too.
8 pitches, draws a walk. Zach McKinstry is grounded out, lined out. Playing almost every day in right field, and the production has trended up the last 42 games. 760 OPS for Zach McKinstry. Fastball above the belt. Late call, and then Zach McKinstry challenges.
Batter challenging the strike call.
He's going to win. This was quite a bit above the strike zone.
We'll have 2.
Then these challenges feel late, but they're late because
the home plate umpire, Sean Barber, is late.
Sean Barber's late with these calls. We're like, yeah. Okay, what is that? Okay, it's a ball or it's a strike. It's just a lot longer than normal.
Short crosses lead for Baez at first. 4-2 Tigers are in the 7th. Bybee sets the 1-0 in the dirt. Blocked out in front of home by Patrick Bailey. 2-0. Every game, Zach McKinstry does something to help this Tigers team win. That's how it feels right now. The bullpen getting busy for the Guardians. Not the same powerful bullpen that we're used to seeing. They've had a rough month as a group. The 2-0 on the inside corner at the knees for a called strike.
Dan, this feels like a spot right here where Javi may try to pick a pitch to go on.
And Festa. Guardians are suspicious.
Yep.
They flip over to first. Matt Festa is up and throwing for the Guardians. You've still got Cade Smith out there. He's frightening. He's got 30 saves. Hunter Gaddis has started to put it back together. Pitch away. Cutter misses. 3-1. Tim Herron from the left side. He can walk the house, but he's also awfully tough.
When he's in the zone, that's as good a left-handed reliever as you're going to get.
Sobrowski's the other lefty. McKinstry's got a 3-1 pitch on the way. High and tight. He walked him. Early challenge helps McKinstry to the walk, and that'll be the end of the day. Stephen Vogt, the manager for the Guardians. End of the day for Tanner Bybee. Back-to-back walks with 1 out in the 7th inning. Matt Festa has been fairly hittable this year for the Guardians. Righty will be coming on, and he'll be inheriting a 2-on.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Moniak on the run, sliding gravity, can't get it. It rolls
throws up the line.
Well, a bloop single and now a bloop double.
You see him just slip right off the bat.
Clean up on base number 1. Lourdes throws the pineapple up the line. What is going on down here? Back in the produce section. that's good. How about that? Myers went all the way to the 380 mark.
He had that in his glove. Wow.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Lane change. Oh, look at that fit. Feeling great yet? Come visit Bigby and we'll make it even better with a signature latte. Bigby makes it better.
Matt Festa takes over on the mound for the Guardians. Pitching change much about the Sam Bernstein law firm. 51st appearance of the year for Festa.
Oof, been working. Right-hander out of that bullpen, low three-quarter slot. Not a big guy, 6'1". Simple arsenal, four-seam sweeper, cutter, sinker. Mostly four seams and sweepers from the right-hander.
Turns and looks. Javi Baez back to the base at second. Give it up more hits than innings pitched. You don't see that very often out of a late inning leverage guy. 53 hits in 48 innings. McGonigal, runners take off, double steal. Ball goes off the glove of Jose Ramirez into shallow left field. Javi Baez will score. Over to third goes Zach McKinstry. Double steal pulled off by the Tigers, and Ramirez couldn't hold the throw, which was a good one from Patrick Bailey. Off his glove into shallow left field. 5-2 Tigers.
Well, you know things are going good. I like what Javi was thinking right there, but he was dead to rights at third base. Good throw from Patrick Bailey on the steal attempt, and Jose Ramirez just boxed it.
I've never seen him drop a throw.
He flat out just boxed it, goes off the end of his glove into shallow left field. Javi scores, and McKinstry ends up at third base, and now the Guardian infield is in.
Wow. Line drive, base hit into center for McGonigal. McKinstry crosses home plate. Tigers playing a little small ball, and then Kevin McGonigal delivers again, third RBI of the night. 6-2 Tigers.
There's another sweeper down and in the middle of the plate. That's right where Kevin McGonigal likes it. He recognized it and hits it hard into center field. Getting a great look at it on our Tigers Detroit Sports Net monitors. That's a good eating right there when you get pitches like that to hit.
Can't remember the last time we saw a double steal attempt by the Tigers.
I like what Javi was thinking right there. New pitcher on the mound. You got first and second come in the dirty inning. Big leg kick guy. He just didn't get a very good jump, but when it's going good, it's going good.
Jose Ramirez dropped a perfect. I think he was out, like you said. He was dead to rights.
He was dead to rights. I mean, Jose Ramirez, fantastic defender.
What a throw from Patrick. He was going to have to wait for Javi
Yes,
Baez.
he was.
That's a really good third baseman, and the look on his face is like, I do not believe that. 2-0, the count on Gleyber Torres. McGonigal edging off of first. He takes off, pitch, swinging a pop-up, fouling out of play. Nobody saw it, but it's 15 rows back. Patrick Bailey never saw it. It's just about twilight, not quite. Sun hasn't yet set here in southeast Michigan. But McGonigal had a big jump off Festa.
Yeah, Festa's got a big leg kick, and he hasn't made any adjustment.
McGonigal edging off. He's going to draw another throw.
Yeah.
Get a balk. John Lithka called the balk. Every umpire actually called the balk at the same moment.
Well, Anthony Sanders was all over it too, Tiger first base coach. Festa started moving. You could see his hands. You could see that front knee buckled. If that front knee buckles, he's got to go home.
Pitch in and out of the glove of Patrick Bailey. 3-1, the count on Gleyber Torres. 6-2 Tigers are in the 7th. The 3-1, swing and a foul. Oh, that looked like a missed opportunity. Hanging sweeper over the middle of the plate.
It absolutely was. That was a center cut sweeper right there. Festa definitely didn't want it there. Gleyber shook his head a little bit after he fouled that one off.
3-2, swinging a foul on a fastball out of play. Fastball is just 93. Righties, lefties have both hit Festa for average. Righties with a little bit more power, but again, he's just been more hittable this year than most years. He sets, holds the glove high. 3-2, swing and a miss. Wow. Gleyber Torres swung right through a 92-mile-an-hour fastball, outer third.
That fastball from Festa, it's a low vertical approach angle. So it's kind of that upshoot fastball, and it's also got 2,500 spin rate on it. Keep in mind, average is 2250, so it's fighting gravity, staying on plane and riding high. It gets on you a little bit faster than you think.
Brings up Dylan Dingler. First pitch fastball up. Check some scores from the 1-800-CALL SAM Studio scoreboard. Brought to you by Meijer, the official grocery retailer of the Detroit Tigers radio network. White Sox 4-0 over Cincy in the top of the 5th. Seattle and the Yankees are scoreless in the 5th inning. Boston trying to snap a 3-game losing streak, 3-3 with Toronto. Swinging a pop-up playable at first base for Hoskins into foul territory, makes the catch. About 20 feet foul in the end. Dingler on the 1-0 pops out. Big error by Jose Ramirez at third. Leads to a couple of Tigers runs. McGonigal gets his 3rd RBI of the night. We played 7, 6-2 Tigers on the Detroit Tigers radio network, presented by Meijer.
I'm helping these kids be the best versions of themselves, and I'm also representing like where I came from. And then the Zilla team, I was working with a creative guy that was with Nike. I work with my best friend who manages this team with me, and we kind of just like put together like what we think would look cool. We went like Godzilla theme. You kind of get to help them grow up into a young man and help them just make the right steps forward, and that's really why I started it, to have impact.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. The Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get thrown, driving a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the 3rd straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, "You see that?" I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
Eighth inning is brought to you by Varsity Ford. Visit Varsity Ford in Ann Arbor. Jordello's reached twice with walks. Kyle Finnegan on the mound got the last out last inning. First pitch popped up, fouled and out of play. I think this is exactly what Kyle Finnegan wants. I mean, he's really locating at that bottom rail, Bobby. He was telling me that he's just not locating in that kind of the buffer zone, as he called it, at the top, meaning I want to be in that 2 inches above and below the top rail consistently. Ground ball foul, and he said I've been missing down in the strike zone.
Right.
When I'm trying to get to the top, and it's a big point of emphasis for him to to begin to work the bottom rail and top rail more precisely.
Well, that bottom rail, there's more if you miss down off the bottom rail, it's a ball. If you miss down off the top rail, it's a homer.
The 0-2, fastball high and tight.
And that's the difference. I mean, his fastball, that zone, like you said, a ball inside, maybe to 2 balls up, it absolutely plays there.
Yeah.
Because of the velocity and the other properties that go along with it. But if you get it 2 balls down, now you're in the middle of the plate. That's damage.
The 1-2, fastball low and away. Dylan Dingler tried to bring it back into the strike zone. Sean Barber wasn't buying. Defensive changes. James Outman is now in right field. That was Zach McKinstry from right field to second. We're seeing this a lot in the late innings where the Tigers have a lead. The 2-2. Check swing foul. Back to the screen. Dell hitting .234, but all of his production is against lefties. Everybody felt with the Angels that he was, well, having that breakout season that they've been waiting for a few years. Heck, 37 home runs. That was a real deal. But it was low walks with quite a few strikeouts, almost 5-to-1 strikeouts to walks. That's a little bit of a warning sign, but still, that was a heck of a year. Just hasn't been able to follow up in the power department this year. It's very low walks. The 2-2, swinging a fly ball, center field. Wow, he hit it a ton. Clark is back, still going, and that ball's gone. Man. That's the power that's been missing Jo Adell to the absolute deepest part of this ballpark, where the right field fence meets the center field fence. Kyle Finnegan having home run trouble. For Jo Adell, that's his 17th of the year. Cuts the Tigers lead to 6-3.
Dan, this is grown man stuff right here. That ball is hit opposite field the other way to the big part of the yard. And if you look at Jo Adell's hit chart from a year ago, there's balls that are hit hard that are doubles and homers that way. The reason he's having such a tough year is because everything's pull side. He figured it out right there.
And again, Bobby off the fastball.
Yes. And it was in that zone. He wanted to go above the zone. He didn't get it there. It was 2 balls down, and those balls get hit hard for damage.
Six home runs in the last 10 innings of work for Kyle Finnegan. It's just that's not Kyle Finnegan. But it's a problem. One thing you don't want your late inning guys to do is give up home runs. And you go back and look at that pitch, and it was middle. Toward the outer third, but really middle. Travis Bazzana takes a ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. Bazzana's 1 for 2 with a walk. The 2-1. The 2-1. Swinging a high pop-up. Ooh, man. This is deep to right. Outman has room to make the catch. 1 step from the fence. Bazzana almost went back-to-back. Also on a fastball. This one a little more up and in. But that's a scary good swing.
It's a scary good swing. This is a good pitch. This is not a bad pitch from Kyle Finnegan. This is up and in. Bazzana got lightning fast hands. He gets to it, and he just missed that ball. But it's an out.
First out of the 8th inning brings up Angel Martinez. Switch hitter, batting lefty. First pitch fastball up and away. 6-3 Tigers are in the 8th inning. Toronto's taking a 4-3 lead over Boston, so Boston goes 32-5. They lost their last 32-5 though. Let's repeat that. It's as good a stretch as you're going to see. Pitch in the dirt, grabbed with a backhand by Dylan Dingler. Now 2-0 on Martinez. Got ahead of Adell, no balls, 2 strikes. Hit a 2-2 pitch out, 109 off the bat, 430 feet. Bazzana 2-1, almost hit 1 out. Now 2-0 on Angel Martinez. Got a little more power from the left side. A little higher batting average from the right side. Good start this year. Went on the IL for, after he fouled the ball off his foot. That was here in Detroit. He takes a fastball low, 3-0. Went on the IL for 6 weeks with a bone bruise. And 0 for 18 his first 6 games, now 9 for 24 in August. Fastball strike. He got off to a good start, was a surprising source of power early for the Guardians. He will not walk. This is a guy who simply, 8 walks, approaching 300 plate appearances. Have to be able to continue to throw strikes. 3-1, swinging a foul back our way. Tyler Holton getting loose in the Tigers bullpen. He's been used heavily. 2 innings on Saturday. Closed out the extra inning win on Sunday. Off day yesterday, but looks like he's coming into what will be his 3rd game in 4 days. Tyler Holton's throwing the ball extremely well right now. Martinez waiting on a 3-2. 6-3 Tigers. We're in the 8th. The 3-2. Ground ball chopped to third. McGonigal is shaded towards short. Charges fields. Fires. Got him. Fine play. Wow. He had to charge hard to his right and then throw across his body to get a pretty speedy runner.
That's an excellent play. It was a splitter off the end of the bat of Angel Martinez. Kevin McGonigal was playing in the 5-6 hole. He had to go a long way to his right, get around it, and get his body going with some momentum towards Torque and get that throw off, and got him by a half step. That's a really nice play.
Good defense tonight. McGonigal's made 2 fine plays. McKinstry and Wright made a great running catch in the 1st inning on a chase to Lauder drive. Ben Mulgeri has made a nice play on a foul slicing drive in the 6th inning. Patrick Bailey takes a pitch up and away. Not much production from either side for Bailey. Splitter called the strike. Challenged sort of not really confidently by Bailey.
Batter's challenging the strike call.
He kind of slowly raised the hand to the helmet. He's right.
Cleveland will have 2 remaining.
He wasn't sure about it, but he is.
Every challenge tonight has been successful. Both teams with 2 challenges remaining. We had, what, about a half a dozen challenges? Finnegan works from the stretch, third base side. Kind of turns that left shoulder in as he sets. Fastball perfect, thigh high, inner half. Falling behind each of the last 3 batters. Bailey still with a good hitter's count, 2-1. The pitch. Swinging a foul back to the screen.
Again, Dan, that fastball, he wants it at the top of the zone. It's just he's grinding trying to get it there.
Now the 2-2. Swinging a soft little tap foul off the splitter. Again, splitter's been pretty consistently good. It's the fastball location just helps set up the splitter, which is going to be down. And his misses, for the most part, have been down. He was getting burned late last year on splitters up.
Yes, he was.
But that hasn't been the problem this year. The problem has been a hittable fastball, the 2-2. Fastball away. This is almost surely his last batter. 27 pitches. Needed 5 pitches to get the last out last inning.
With this split right here, right at the bottom rail, let him swing over the top.
The 3-2. Fastball in the dirt. That'll be the end of the night. For Kyle Finnegan, let's pause right now for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Got him with a high fastball, and the back goes flying.
Dangerous projectile going towards the dugout.
Whoa! That's a rally shoe closet. Takeoff play at second. That does go into center field, and Bowers on his way to third.
The ball was tagged on a line.
The slowest runner in the big leagues. He's gonna get there.
Kirk was giving everything he had right there.
Yeah, it was enough.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Okay, I'm out of here.
And play Cosmic Cow or any of the 12 other great Fast Cash games at your Michigan Lottery retailer. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
Southeast Michigan Ford dealers, Tyler Holton. Last 3 outings, 15 batters. 15 batters retired. 15 up, 15 down, 5 perfect innings. Been sharp, pitching the best we've seen all year. Fastball into Brian Rocchio, batting from his slightly weaker right side, ball 1.
Yeah, and Dan, in that time, 6 strikeouts as well against no walks.
The 1-0. Change-up strike on the outer edge.
2 and 4 seam fastball for Tyler. Cutters, change-up, sweeper. He'll mix that curve in every once in a while. So right-handers they'll get cutter, 4-seamer, change-up.
1-1, swing and miss, good change-up. Change-up 4-seam has been a good pairing for him lately too, hasn't it?
It really has. You know, everybody, and this shows his versatility and his ability to adjust. When you're a right-handed hitter, you're going up there looking for that cutter, but like you said, he's been going up in the zone with the 4-seamer and the change-up off of it.
The 1-2 to Rocchio, ground ball deep in the hole at short, backhanded by Baez, throws to second, and they got him! Fine stretch by McKinstry on the throw, bounce from Baez to just get Bailey at second base. What a fine play. All night long we've seen sparkling defense from the Tigers.
It's been fantastic. Bounced on purpose towards the outfield side. McKinstry turns into a first baseman, records the out. That's well done.
We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. 6-3 Tigers. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented.
Our newest Hall of Famers have given us so many memorable moments through the years.
Jones having a little fun in that Atlanta dugout. And speaking of strange things,
Beltran went down.
Kicked the bat, tripped over the bat.
I drop a lot of balls beforehand. I made a lot of errors, stupid errors.
man, that's tough luck.
Jeff Kent is coming in for something. I think he went in there and forgot that he had him on his hat.
Finding the sun, and he drops it. But you can never be sure of anything in this strange game of baseball.
He fell before he even got to the base. He didn't even fall over a lump.
But of course, they earned their Cooperstown stripes delivering timeless performances.
Man alive, what a dive.
He made a dazzling grab.
This is the baddest center fielder I have ever seen.
In the right center field, it's gone. Spectacular play. The 19-year-old goodbye home run. How about that?
This is going to be one of those games that you're going to have to fight the elements. Wow!
And I don't think that'll be the last bat toss we see tonight.
I would imagine not. As he slid behind Neto, took out his legs, but Neto held onto the ball.
Check out what our cameras caught. That's right. Smacking himself in the face. He really likes to pump himself up and make himself angry.
Oh, he used the hat. That's pretty nice. Yeah, take a bow. All right, absolutely.
This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority. The Detroit Tigers may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Detroit Tigers. Ben Mulgeri takes a fastball up and away, and taking a pinch from Franco Aleman because he's like, whoa, wait a minute. We got a little funk here in the delivery. Aleman's a big guy. Starts, stops, hesitates, a little perky jerk. Delivers a slider low and away. Got the called strike 1-1.
Yeah, and it's from a low 3/4 arm slot. Not quite sidearm, but way down there. Gets out there, big man. Like you said, Dan, 6'6", really good extension. Crossfire, works third base side.
1-1. Slider low and away.
It's a simple arsenal, but it doesn't need to be extensive with all that other stuff he's got going on. Four-seam fastball, slider, changeup from the big right-hander.
10th round pick out of the University of Florida, native of Cuba, in his first year in the major leagues. He's been solid in 16 innings so far. Fastball 94, perfect at the knees, down and away. Well, Jerry, Keith, and Torkelson in the 8th inning. Well, Jerry came in, hamstring tightness issue, took Riley Green out of the game after he scored from first on a double in the 2nd inning. The 2-2, swinging a foul straight back. Man, I would think this would be a distraction.
It's a nightmare. I got anxiety sitting up here. I can't imagine being right-handed. Even if I was still playing, I'd be in the left side. It'd feel a little bit better.
Jeez. 2-2, swing and a miss, slider. That's wicked. Really is. Stands way over on the third base side of the rubber, and it's not just a kind of a closed stance. He's set up like he's about to fire a ball right into the Tigers dugout on the third base side. So he really closes up. You see the number on the back of his uniform when he sets. And then from the stretch, lifts the leg, a little hesitation, and then drives to home plate. Soft ground ball to third off the bat of Keith, fielded by Ramirez. He flips over to first. We're 0 for 4 for Cold Keith. 2 outs in the 8th inning, 6-3. Tigers on top. Every Tigers home run this year is a Little Caesars Pizza home run. Order online for delivery or pizza portal pickup. Brings up Torque. Line drive double, scored the first run in the 2nd inning. Chased DeLauder's home run in the 3rd, tied the game at 1. Tigers scored 3 in the 5th to untie the game. Big 2-run double in that inning for McGonigal. And Torkelson takes a strike. That broke the 1-1 tie. Torres singled McGonigal home. Then Kevin McGonigal had another RBI in the 2-run 7th. The strike 1. Fastball low and outside. Framber Valdez coming off a couple of 7-inning starts in a row on the mound for the Tigers tonight. Tigers rotation by ERA #1 in the American League. Changeup misses in. And Bobby, I thought just so impressive how the team responded to it. Was you've lost 3 really popular teammates in the space of a few days. First Jake Rogers, designated for assignment, and then Mize, and then Scooble. And everybody's just stepping up and doing the job. Pitch away, 3-1.
Well, Dan, there's a reality in this game, and sometimes it's ugly and it's a brutal reality. But there's going to be a game tomorrow at 7 o'clock. You're going to play baseball tomorrow. And someone's going to win and someone's going to lose. And so at some point, you got to get over it. Know that you still got their phone number is in your phone. You can call them and talk to them, tell them you love them. You got to
fastball low and away, a walk to Torque.
But you got to go ball, and that's the bottom line. And especially the way that the American League is here, you have a chance to still go get every goal that you set out to get when you walked in the door of spring training. They're not here anymore. That's not your decision. You got to go handle your business and do what you do. And so everything that they set out to do is still right there out in front of them.
Max Clark at the plate. Fastball up and in. He's added a certain element of speed and youth and patrolling center field. As AJ said, the identity of this team is changing a little bit in a good way. Fly ball left field, deep, but playable. Martinez will go back and make the catch onto the warning track in left field. That's a good swing for Max Clark going the opposite way. It's the 3rd out of the 8th inning. We head to the 9th. Kenley Jansen coming on. 6-3 Tigers trying to close out the Guardians.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
1-2. And Cease freezes him for strike 3 looking. Gets him on a changeup. He's punched out 4 and 3.
Who you want to pitch backwards?
Swing and a miss. He got him on a fastball for his 5th strikeout.
Now the key to that, Ben, is landing your off-speed pitch early in the zone to then be able to get to the fastball.
His 1-2. Make it 1 for 25. 7 Ks for Dylan Cease in 4 scoreless innings.
That's an owl, in case you're wondering. That's one of the few fans who looks at Canseco and says, "Cool." What are they going to do? Expect him to pick up a baseball? Oh, poor baby.
You know, I did read it a year ago that
yes.
Canseco absolutely loves animals.
Durwood Merrill.
Not away, Durwood.
Leave a little opening at the top, guys.
Ninth inning is brought to you by Comerica Bank. If you want to elevate your small business's game, visit Comerica.com/succeed to learn how. Kenley Jansen takes over on the mound. That cutter just keeps looking sharper and sharper, Bobby.
It sure does, Dan. It's gotten so much better lately. Cutter, slider, sinker, 85% cutter. You know what you're getting. Still hard to hit.
Kwan at the plate, top of the order. First pitch cutter, strike 1. Gave up a run 2 outings ago, and that is the only run Kenley Jansen has given up since the end of June. But I think the thing that really you like what we're seeing is there's more swing and miss right now.
Yeah.
Cutter, bottom rail, just a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. He struck out 5 in his last 2 outings in just 2 innings of work. But each now of his last 9 outings has featured a strikeout, at least 1 strikeout, swinging a foul. And we weren't seeing that earlier in the year.
No, it was very hittable early in the year, and it was everything was in the middle of the plate. Just the location was poor. The cutter, the action on the cutter was smaller. There's some that had cutter spin on them that weren't doing much of anything. But he has figured it out here of late and been very effective.
Kwan waiting on a 1-2. On the way, swinging a line drive foul. That's all you can do with the cutter there. Up and in. Pulled foul down the right field line. DeLauder Ramirez to follow. 6-3 Tigers. We're in the 9th inning. Trying to pick up win number 1 of the 2026 season in game number 7 with Cleveland. The 1-2. Swinging a foul out of play. 94 on that cutter. Left side of the infield shifts to the right. McGonigal's basically plugging where the hole would normally be between short and third. Baez shades up the middle. The outfield plays Kwan to go the opposite way. Malgerian left is in and toward the line. Jansen from the stretch. Little hesitation. 1-2. Sinker high. Sinker's the pitch that's probably been hit the most this year. But the home runs that he gave up early, we've talked about it a lot, really were the result of most of them not being healthy. The 2-2, line drive into left, and Malgeri did the right thing. He pulled up, played it on a hop. He goes for that ball, and it gets by him. That's Kwan on third. Flair single to lead off the night.
Yeah, he was over, too. You play Stephen Kwan the other way, and he was way over. So you're right. He made the right play. Play on the hop. See if you can't get a ground ball here.
Chase DeLauder's been to the plate 4 times tonight. He's hit the ball hard, as in squared up hard 4 times tonight. Cutter above the belt, ball 1. This is a big out for Kenley Jansen to get. Line out, robbed of an extra base hit in the first, home run in the third. Line drive single to left. Sharp line drive against the lefty Drew Summers, single, 1 hop off the dirt in the 7th. Lob over to first to drive Quan back. Quan has not been the same base stealing threat he's been in past years. 8 steals in 10 attempts, but it's a Guardians team that will run. There's no real need, you would think, for him to take off here in a 3-run game. The 1-0. Hop foul over the screen. Off to our left. Kenley Jansen, the fly ball pitcher. Tigers in double play depth up the middle, but he just doesn't get double plays turned behind him. Almost everything is in the air. Chase DeLauder's certainly been getting everything in the air today on a line or deeper. Swinging a foul out of play. Cutter away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield plays DeLauder go the opposite way. Max Clark way over toward left center. Ball Jerry in and toward the line just a little bit. That puts Outman in the right center field gap. The 1-2. Swing and a pop-up. Playable on the infield. Baez, McGonigal. Baez takes charge on the left side of the infield. Makes the catch. Pesky straight up and short when he makes the catch. 1 out in the 9th inning. Tigers leading 6-3.
Yeah, it's a nice job by Kenley Jansen right there. Executed that cutter about a ball above the zone. The height above the zone and then the action on the pitch. Finally got DeLauder to miss hit something tonight. Because you said it, Dan, he had squared everything up. That's a big out.
Now the slow walk to the mound for Dylan Dingler. The entire infield will join the conversation. Jose Ramirez at the plate. What do you think this is about?
I think they just want to get exactly on the same page as what they want to do with Ramirez. Angel Henao has grabbed the bat and is on deck for the Guardians, but this is to be absolute sure of how you want to go about dealing with Jose Ramirez.
6 for 23 against Tigers pitching this year. He went on the IL right after the 2nd series in June with a left hamate bone fracture. Again, he wasn't terribly productive before, but since his return, no home runs and a .550 OPS in 52 at-bats. First pitch to Jose Ramirez. Fastball at the belt, strike 1. Starts him off with the cutter. Perfect pitch. Left side hitting just .211 with no power, which is kind of stunning to see. On the right side, 300 with power. The strike 1. Cutter up. You'd ask me, I mean, we've obviously seen him for a few years, but I mean, just in general, you'd say, I think he's just as, well, he was for a long time, just as good from both sides. But it's dramatically better from the right side. I would say I'd rather face him from the right side, but that's not the case.
Which is odd. I'll say it's odd for a lot of switch hitters. That left side is usually dialed in, especially at this point of his career. And what happens is the lack of at-bats over the course of your career right-handed, you kind of deteriorate right-handed, even if that's your natural side.
The 1-1, high and tight. Cutter has him spinning out of the left-handed batter's box. 2-1 on Jose Ramirez. The numbers for the year: 238, 10 home runs, a 720 OPS. That is not the usual numbers for Jose Ramirez. Up and in, he almost hit him. He peeled down to third. I didn't think there was any question that he didn't. Just trying to get out of the way.
Dan,
3-1.
You said 720 OPS. That's an average major league player.
Right.
He's been so good
that just looks terrible.
He regresses to that. We're like, what's wrong with this guy?
Again, the track record is so good. 870, 860 OPS is the last couple of years. 850 for his career. There's a pretty good chance he's still going to heat up. Waiting on the 3-1. Swinging a high pop-up, fouling out of play, but he missed 6 weeks with a hamate bone injury. And you're not necessarily going to come back, and I mean, that could be a tough surgery, tough injury.
When you're in the hands and you're in the wrist, it's just, I won't say it's a crapshoot how you come back, but there's as you know, there's a lot of structure and bones and small things that can happen in there, and sometimes it's just not right for a while.
3-2, the count on Ramirez, the pitch. Oh boy, big miss with a cutter. 6-3 Tigers. That brings a potential tying run to the plate in the form of the rookie just called up. Guardians fans extremely excited about the 22-year-old Angel Hinao. Genoa, the native of the Dominican Republic. Had 4 hits in his first major league game, so 3 rookies this year have had 4 hits in their first major league game. It's only happened 22 times in major league history. DeLauder, McGonigal, and Hinao. Accent on the second syllable. Chris Fetter on his way to the mound. Another switch hitter. As Bobby said, there are 5 on this team. And this young man looks like, Bobby, he can do it all. Hit for average, hit for power. He's got some speed.
Yeah, they're very high on him. They are very high on him. And he's earned his way up. Get an opportunity to contribute for the big league club.
Quick conversation. Entire infield joined the conversation. He now is 7 for 19. That's his start to his major league career with a home run. I think DeLauder actually had 3 hits. I think McGonigal is the only other rookie to do it this year with 4 hits in his major league debut. That's what he now did. And he's at the plate with 2 on, representing the potential tying run in the 9th. First pitch, swinging a foul out of play. Perfect cutter at the belt, top rail, strike 1. Numbers for Kenley Jansen. This is 35th appearance, 31 innings of work, a 3.80 ERA. Walk rate at 5 per 9, strikeout rate at 11 per 9. The strike 1. Cutter misses, high and away.
Kenley's been a little bit all over the place today. High arm
Really
side,
has.
high glove side. Like he's fighting timing in his delivery a little bit.
Lefty's hitting just 130 against him this year. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Cutter above the belt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Young man who walked almost as often as he struck out in the minor leagues. Healthy walk rate. Extra base power. This is a good hitter. Upright stance, knees slightly flexed. Kicks bat high over the left shoulder. The 1-2. Another big miss. No, we have not seen this kind of big misses from Kenley Jansen really in the last month.
No, these are non-competitive.
Thrown 21 pitches, 12 strikes, 9 balls so far here in the 9th. 6-3 Tigers. 2 on, 1 out. Big 2-2 pitch. Whoa, big miss. High and away. I mean, he's not around the strike zone. 3-2 on Angel Hinao. Kwan is the runner at second. Jose Ramirez at first. Kenley Jansen sets the 3-2 and walked it. Wow. Hurry up call in the bullpen.
I think that's Ty Mad getting hot down there, Dan.
He was warming in the 9th inning. Wow. Single walk. And that brings up Joe Adell. I'll say it again, Joe Adell's big struggles this year have been against righties. Tiger righties today have walked him twice and given up a home run. Bases are loaded, 1 out in a 6-3 game. First pitch, and swinging a high fly ball right field deep, but playable for James Outman. He comes in, makes the catch. Kwan will tag and score. The throw cut off on the infield. Joe Adell's sacrifice fly brings home Kwan to make it a 6-4 game. Now 2 outs for Travis Bazzana.
Cutter away from him. Allowed Joe Adell to get those big arms extended. Big league fly ball to right field. Two outs here. See if Kenley Jansen can go ahead and lock this thing down.
He now runs well. He's at first, representing the potential tying run. Kenley Jansen flips over to first. He has been, as he has been his entire career, fairly easy to run on this year, and wouldn't be a surprise to see he now take off. First pitch fastball up, and now takes off, steals second base. And now a single could tie the game.
That was almost a given. You're not going to throw through right there.
Bazzana's going to make you throw him a strike. The 1-0. Way up. Just big miss after big miss with the cutter above the strike zone.
Dan, he just can't finish that pitch. For whatever reason, he can't finish the pitch and get down on his own. Everything has been non-competitive miss up, arm side, non-competitive miss, glove side.
2-0, the count on Bazzana, the pitch. Oh, boy. Another cutter. These misses are a foot or more.
He just cannot
above
get
the belt.
He cannot get the ball down where he wants to. Kenley Jansen throws that cutter up in the zone. Like you said, these things are a foot. He's missing 12 inches above where he wants to be.
Only walked 1 in his last 4 innings. He's on the verge of walking his 3rd this inning. 3-0. Ground ball fouled on the first base line. Cutter in. Bazzana swinging 3-0. Going to make it throw him a strike. There's a little bit of swing and miss. Pretty solid bat to ball skills. Bazzana came in hitting .241, 1 for 3 with a walk tonight. Kenley Jansen trying to get this final out. The 3-1. Ground ball to second. Scooped up by McKinstry to Torkelson. Tigers win. Woo-wee.
A little bit of a high wire act, partner.
Kenley Jansen falls behind 3-0. The potential tying run at second base. He gets Bazzana on the ground out, and the Tigers pick up their first win in 2026 against the Guardians, and they stay on a roll. Our final score here at Comerica Park, the Detroit Tigers 6 and the Cleveland Guardians 4.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra, with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, where power meets precision in a truck that leads where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. We are professional grade. Michigan residents.